care, walking the dust off. Is that what you do? Is that all you're made of? Whatever ain't right, prove it on yourself. Revisit your act, return to parallel. Living on a timeline, been there, done that, rolled up and dead. Instead of being bitter, back up, go grab your keys. Ready to relish everyday desire. Go fire, lighting up the way. Let go what holds us back. Take over, then deeper together, breaking the barrier. What's it better? 'Cause we can zigzag, show them this is our own track. Look out, we won't get caught up.
Alright, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all doing today? Appreciate y'all tuning in, bro. Just double check this real quick. There we go, we got audio. We good, we good. Yo, Baldy, what it is? Zaniel, Rui, Cremoni, Clancer, Use. Live so early, bro. I've been going live at like 2 in the morning. And yesterday I was like, you know what? I'm actually tired at night, bro. And it was like 9 p.m. and I was already tired, bro. So I tried to stay up and I was like, should I stream now or should I stream in the morning? And my girl's like, you should just sleep and stream early. So I went to bed, woke up at 7 in the morning, got 2 videos edited. And I was like, bro, today's the opportunity for me to reset my schedule. Even if it's only going to bed at like 1, 2 in the morning, much better than going to bed at like 7 to 11 in the morning, right? Exotic, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. By the time I wake up, you'll still catch me. I mean, I'm only going to be live for like 2, maybe 3 hours. It really depends what there is to do. I don't even know what there is to do, low-key. I know I got to farm echoes for Augusta. That's about it. Where am I in the map, by the way? Alright, let's see. Something I keep forgetting to do. I'm going to do it right now. Before I forget. Oh my god, there's drift. Bro, it doesn't let me. Okay, let's just... Mouse is the way. Let's go this way. Yo, Rax, appreciate you for becoming a member, bro. Much love. How you doing, boss? Appreciate you for that membership, brother. Also agree sleeping at 1 a.m. better than 9 a.m. Yeah, for sure, bro. I was pulling insane, like, all-nighters. I can't be doing that right now. I mean, I can, but, you know. I've been trying to get my schedule fixed for too long, bro. For too long, so I figured it was time. Yo, I gotta get some new emojis, bro. We got all the Cartitheo ones. I gotta get some new ones for y'all. Alright, let's see if we can go here and get us some materials, bro. Like, in all honesty, you don't really even need to get these all the time, but very good to get them every time you have the chance. These are vital, bro. How many do I have of these gold ones? 21. Can you do something for me? And I like getting all these extra things, bro, because making that echo food might not be the biggest thing in the world, but yo, that thing does help. Low-key, it does help. Chilling, grinding for this asteroid. Hell yeah, bro. You gonna be pulling any of the upcoming units, YOOOO or Augusta? Or are you skipping them for another one? Ah, we good, we good. Dev, what's good? How you doing? My day was good. Woke up, took the doggo out. And Edited some videos, drank some WuWa. Been chilling, bro, overall. I do not want to talk to this man's, bro. Get me out of here. We got 2 videos to react to today. You guys gotta post more videos in the react content so we can start making more reactions. I mean, I've been cooking with the reactions, but yeah, the more the better. There we go. Let's make 20 of these right off the bat. Boom, get that done. And then where's the other ones? Is it this? Is it this? Shit. Forgot what the other Echo food is, bro. Oh, there we go. 55. I'm not going to do 55. I'm going to do like 35. There we go. More than enough, bro. Gotta always have them. Like, bro, I'm going to be honest. Even if I'm just like goofing off, running around the world, I'm going to have Echo food active, bro. It's just, you know, it is what it is. All right. Let's actually go to a better team. A more fun team right here. And let's do this real quick. I don't know if I want to do this yet or if I want cash, bro. Because, like, low-key, I keep forgetting to buy the battle pass, bro. I keep forgetting to buy the goddamn battle pass, chat. Let's see if I can do that real quick. Let's go full cam for a second. And let's go... I legit haven't bought a battle pass in like 3 months, bro. And I know we're about to get a new battle pass, but let's be honest, bro. The goodies we get from the battle pass is always worth it. Even if you're like just buying the $9 one is fine. You're guaranteed on getting Augusta, and hopefully you win the 50. I hope that happens. I hope you win that 50-50 for YOOOO. And you get it early. I want to farm from String Master on my alt account, but I don't know, feeling so bored with WuWa. Hey, bro, look, the best way to play these gacha games, low-key, is don't force yourself to actually play them. Because you'll burn out. Don't force yourself. There we go. Look at that. That's pocket change. But, hey, that's still some money. We got these. These are expensive. These are good. These are amazing. See, bro, like, a lot of people just look at the pull currency to see if it's worth pulling the battle pass, but I'm gonna be honest, bro, like, some of these things are super good. Like, getting these right here, if you're a newer player, it helps you select some echoes or get some echoes, which is pretty good. You got these right here that gives you some materials that you could farm. You get these, bro, the modifiers, which are super good. You get these, bro, crystal solvents. So it's $10. It's not the greatest of all time, but you know. Oh, shit. I can change these for premium tuners? Oh, that's kind of fire, bro. Because I got, like, 7. Oh, it says 2. I'm surprised it says 2. I thought I had more. Or maybe they don't apply for the old ones that I never used. Let me see. Oh, okay. See, these don't count. Because I have these, and they're the same, aren't they? Yeah, they're the same, but they're not updated. So I got 8 of these. That's fine. And then don't I have like that little thing that allows you to like dupe one of them? Where would that shit be? I don't know what it looks like. It's like a coin or some shit. What is this? That's for Rover? Okay. Where's this thing? Hold on. This crap. Gilded Jinko. I have 6 Gilded Jinkos. Where the fuck are they at? I could max dupe like 3 weapons. That's great. Am I a blind fuck, chat? Are they not here? Maybe they're here. They're here somewhere. Yo, where's the Gilded Jinko, bro? I'm doing good, Bonnie. What about you? Oh, right here. Gilded Jinko, right there. Okay, so, bro, we good. We can max dupe 2 weapons if we needed to, which, you know, we won't, but that'll be good. I have 5 million. I don't think I need more cash for Augusta, so we're gonna go and actually farm these, bro. For Augusta. And then we'll go out and echo farm a little bit. I keep forgetting to farm for Lova echoes, bro. I just forget. Even though I don't think I'm gonna move her anymore for a while. She is part of my Havoc team, but she just feels weird to play without dupes. In comparison to the rest of my team, of course. What up, Zenovius? What it is? Let's start this challenge, bro. What have y'all been doing outside of playing WuWa, though? Like, what other games y'all been playing, bro? I was looking for gacha games yesterday, trying to see what to play, bro. But, like, right now, I don't know if I want to play another, like, open world gacha or if I want to play, like, a turn-based. Because I have two technically turn-based games that I could play. Okay. Let's restart that up. Tried Nikke for the first time today and you enjoyed it? Nice. Nikke's a good culture game to play, bro. How are they on the summons? Cypher, ban him, bro. Ban him. Insane behavior, bro. Insane behavior. Music lover, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Let's do one more of these. The story is amazing. Nice. I played Nikke when it first dropped, but I don't remember what it was like, bro. There we go. Finish our PvE base in Dune. We can start farming for titanium and stravidium. Nice. I hope you made it simple, bro. Nothing too crazy, so we don't have to be going back and forth like a bunch of times to pick up stuff. Because the way I'm seeing it, bro, this week Lat's probably not going to be able to get as much like on, and we have, or no, not this week, that's next week, right? Yeah, in 7 days we got 2.6. Yo, let me do 2 singles right here. Let me see if I get anything right here, bro. You've been playing P5X and Resident Evil. Yo, P5X is fire, bro. Resident Evil 2. I haven't played Resident Evil in forever, bro. Damn. I've been playing TOF a little and probably going to play Last Epoch for a bit, starting tomorrow for season reset. Nice. Yeah, I've been wanting to play something, bro. I've been wanting to play something for a while. Like, right now, the only games I'm really, like, actively playing are WuWa, which I actually spend a lot of time now that I'm back into the grind of WuWa, trying to mid-max my characters, testing, yada, yada, yada. And then, I have Etheria, but I've slowed down on Etheria. Like, I'm still doing everything that I do daily, but I just don't, max refresh stamina right now. And then, Lost Sword is just an idle game, so I get on there, I do my stuff. If I can't progress, I hop off. And then I'm playing Dune with some of the homies from the Discord. I haven't really done much more outside of that, bro, low-key. Right, I wish there was more, like, hidden things in the maps, bro. You know what I mean? Like, more reasons to explore. Like, right now, once I get the map to 100%, it's like, I mean, yeah, you can still go for, like, Sauna's caskets, but once you get all that, there's nothing interesting. You know what I mean? Let's go on over to our first area. Bro, I don't know if I should farm echoes for Augusta right now or wait until 1.1, bro. We're going to have flight, or 1.1, no, 2.6, because we're going to have flight in 1.1. That's what I was going to say, in 1.0. Oh, actually, I don't know if we're going to, are we going to have flight in Mount Firmament? I don't think they mentioned flight in Mount Firmament, did they? You should react to Sensei Satisfaction survey video. What do you mean, Sensei Satisfaction? What the hell does that mean? Hold on, let's go for these. Waiting for Chaos Zero Nightmare. What is Chaos Zero Nightmare? Okay, so it is getting flight. Oh, that's beautiful, bro. That's amazing. I love how you did the survey. It was so detailed. I'm sure they have to change some stuff now. Can I get a quick ban on Cremoni? Just a quick one, bro. Send him to the gulag, bro. Yapping over here, bro. Disrespectful, man. Alright, let's see. Let's eat some food for echo drops. Boom. Yo, we gonna be getting cars in 3.0, and then we're gonna be salty that we can't use cars everywhere, bro. We're gonna be like, add cars to 2.0. Add cars to 1.0. Hey, bro, look, I don't mind. I'll be riding around here in a bike, even if we have freaking flight. I'll be lit. Rui, tell him, bro. Tell him. Rui knows. I want the same 1.0 style exploration. The arena city style gives me no motivation to actually explore. I just want to, like, I want to find stuff. You know what I mean? There's really no, like, don't get me wrong. I don't mind them adding the stuff the way they did it with Reina Sita. Like, that's quality of life. Some people enjoy that. I don't mind that part of it. I'm more so talking about, like, I wish there were quests that weren't marked. Like, I don't remember if you, like, there were quests in 1.0 that weren't marked on the map. You had to, like, actually get close to them to find them and, like, for them to pop up on your map. I don't remember which quest. There was, like, one in, like a little cave like that and things like that. I wish there were more things like that in the game. Like, oh, shit, I just stumbled upon the fucking cave. There's a quest in there that the game doesn't tell you. You just kind of have to go, you know? That'll be lit. The fuck is that?
I hit cowering prey.
Like, imagine right here just whipping out the bike, bro. Hell yeah. Chaos Zero Nightmares, a turn-based RP. Wait, hold on. Is that the one that looks a little bit similar, a little bit, right? A little bit similar to Reverse 1999, but obviously with like more like futuristic kind of characters? Because if it is, that I'm interested in that game. It actually looks pretty good.
I hit cowering prey.
You posted, you want me to react to Ryuku Sensei survey? Why? Like, what was up with it? Like, was it really good? Was it really bad? Like, what was going on? No, yeah, it's darker than Reverse, but I mean it in the sense that the characters are, like, small. Hold on, let me just look it up, because I'm pretty sure it's what I'm talking about. What'd you say it was called? Chaos Zero Nightmare. Yup, that's the one. Yeah, I'll be playing that for sure. When does that drop? Tell me when it drops. He laid out some facts. Bro, see, I would have laid down some facts on my video, but, yeah, I got hoed. They did me dirty, bro. Bro, I wish there was just, like, a faster way to travel in 1.0. Oh, we're getting flight. True. Because, you know, this game listens, bro. Although I will say, like, I feel that they should definitely make it so you want to fly, but then you also want to use, like, bikes. Like, imagine just riding a bike around this, bro. That's just fire. And then a lot of people say, well, why would they add, like, cars and everything when they can just give us flight? Well, they can make it so there's, like, tunnels, caves, you know, things where you can't fly and you'd want to pop out your bike and things like that. For example, he said to increase the cap on cube capacity more than 480, way more than it. True. Yeah, I don't remember what game it was. I think it's Honkai Star Rail. Honkai Star Rail has 2,000 energy that you can store. Like, if you're not playing the game, so whenever I would always come back to Star Rail, I would have, like, 2,000 energy because I wouldn't play for weeks. Really nice.
Together we vanish. Crosscut. Sever.
I wish I would have gone to do my survey. Goddamn. Next time I'm putting that I'm 72, bro. God damn it. With current Echo set type, when whatever we call it needs a lot of RNG. Yeah, true. I would be using a bike for exploration more than flight. I hear you on that. We had a bike, a car, shit, that'd be so lit. I've thought about getting into TOF just because of things like that, like getting into it again. But bro, looking at my account, I used to have several S6 characters in TOF. So looking at the account and not having that and having to start from zero, yeah, that kind of sucks. That makes me not want to play. Hold on. Hold on.
In my previous match.
It's not worth it if you're playing in NA or EU, in my opinion. Those servers barely have people playing still. Yeah, but at the same time, it's just the exploration. You know what I mean? Like, I feel that if I would jump in, I would just jump in with some friends and just play like that. But I remember how it used to be. People used to be very elitist in that game when it came to, like, doing clears and shit. They wanted you to have, like, the meta characters. And this was when it first released, when there wasn't even that many meta characters. So I can only imagine how it is now. Error happened, bro. That error thing is so annoying. Let's see. I want to farm something else, bro, instead of farming those little Jun rocks, because they're kind of shit. Let's go for you. Proceed. I hated that TOF just made the last character super irrelevant as soon as the new were released. 100%. 100%. I remember when the game came out, right? Me and my boy were like, okay, we're both covering the game. He knew I wanted Saki Fuwa, so he pulled that little fire girl that dropped before Saki. Like, literally the character right before. And Saki came out, the very next DPS character, and it was already power creeping the banner that had just been there. And it was like, what the fuck? That's crazy. Because they're two different elements, so you'd figure they'll do similar damage and, you know, be at top of the meta. Nah, there was like a big difference in damage. And we both had a max dupe, so we could test, you know, max dupe to regular. And yeah, bro, it was a big difference. Now the elitism is Benediction main. I'm a Benediction main. DPS is non-existent if you're not a whale. That's crazy. That's one of the reasons. Like, I feel that my problem with gacha games is that I feel that a lot of these games, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, they have the potential to be exactly. Thank you. I didn't know you were there. You should have just normal talked. I hear like a freaking whispers. My girl staring at me from the door with some food. Yeah, a lot of these gacha games are so good in terms of like world design, character design, combat design. And I'm talking about all of them. All of them at some point have had something great. Be it Genshin Impact, Tower of Fantasy, Wuthering Waves. They've all had something really good. But why do they always gotta fuck up on things that are like brain dead? And then their game ends up doing bad or ends up, you know, failing. For example, Tower of Fantasy not doing really good. And I just look at it and I'm like, bro, who's in there, bro? Who's their designers? Who's helping them run these games where they only always mess up in something? It's crazy. Oh, hell no. That shit's full. Thank you. What do I have today? I'll show you guys. So, we got Pancakes. We got bacon and eggs, bro. It's a good breakfast, bro. Is this only me? I mean, I'm always fusing my echo, so that doesn't happen. What up, John Tavius? John? I'm disappointed in you, bro. Disappointed in you, bro. Insane behavior, bro. Classic breakfast to start the day. Hell yeah, bro. I actually got to react to some stuff real quick, so we're going to see what that is. A lot of people have been asking me to react to a random video, but I got 3 messages. I mean, that might not be a lot, but 3 messages with the same video because a bunch of creators reacted to it. So now y'all want to see me react to it. Where the fuck is this, bro? Where's the hole? My Ling Yang has 60, 260 crit radio. Zanya, you got to get that higher, bro. What do you mean? He's playing Grand Blue Relink. Almost like they're afraid to improve things if it means losing just a few percentage of profit. But that's the thing. That's what I don't understand. They'll drop like a really good game that has a lot of potential, and then it'll fumble on aspects that are so brain dead that you'll be like, this makes no sense. Why are they fumbling here? Like Tower of Fantasy, right? Tower of Fantasy has great open world. There is shit to actually do in their open world. Could there be more? Yes, there could be more. The whole multiplayer aspect of it was great. Why did they have to add such insane power creep? Like within the first couple of months. They messed up, bro. They messed up. You know what I mean? So like they messed up right there. All right, let me go over here because I know there's some dudes over here. We'll track here. All these games are great, but they always have an aspect of them that they lack, and I feel that they like purposely don't want to improve on it. I feel like they purposely don't want to improve on it. Like, for example, Tower of Fantasy, Genshin Impact, they're both great games, right? For their respective audiences. Some people are going to be like, no, Genshin sucks, WuWa sucks, it don't matter. But they're both great games in their, you know, in their own fields and what they offer. Why do they have such a shit take with doing skins for these games? Why is it that you go and play these other doo-doo ass games, bro? And then they'll be like, giving you free skins, events with free things, you know, cosmetics, shit like that. But then you look at all these games that make millions of dollars and they don't do it. And it's like, okay, don't give us summons, don't give us characters, but why not give us skins, bro? We've been like begging for skins for like the longest time. Why not give us skins, bro? I don't get it. Then they drop a skin every fucking 4 months like it's some amazing feat, bro. Like, yo, y'all could literally do a skin like every patch. Y'all could do a skin. Why not give us, like, there's a literal friendship system or bonding system or some bullshit like that in WuWa, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but it doesn't matter. When you're doing some of the side stories for these characters, they'll be having, like, black and white versions of their skin. Why don't they give skins like that for free? For simply completing the character stories. And then it's not a fancy skin, it's nothing crazy. It's just a reskin of the skin they already have. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh my god, it's such an achievement. Like, I don't know how they don't have a genius up in there that thinks of these things. And like, honestly saying, well, if we give them a recolored skin for free, they're not going to buy or like, bro, that's like saying that if they give Lupa, right? Let's say, no, not Lupa. Let's say Brand. Let's say instead of the blue in his outfit, it would be fucking green, right? Okay, we got a green outfit version of Brand, right? And then they drop Brand in like motorcycle outfit, right? Like a biker outfit. Oh, well, because they have the green version of it, they're not going to buy the motorcycle outfit. No, they're still going to buy it, bro. It's a completely different and cool looking thing. But nah, bro, they can't come up with that. I don't know why. Like, what's so difficult about doing that? Seeing our characters looking a little different and all of that would be lit, bro. Well, let me kill this thing right here. No, I'm saying give us the recolor for free. Give us the recolor versions of these outfits for free, with every character having one recolored version. And then drop real outfits. At least, right, you'd get the people like the taste of what having a skin on a character would be like with the free skins. And then once they get their favorite character, maybe they'll want to spend because they see the cool new outfit. But nah. It can't be. Yeah, Biker Brand would be legit. I'd rock Biker Brand. Or like a black pirate captain outfit. Ooh, that'd be lit. Alright, let's see what this is. Give Rover multiple skins. Yeah, Rover with multiple skins would be pretty cool. I ain't even gonna lie. Let me pop this up here. They hate. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, they already make so much money. Why not do these simple things where they can make even more money? It's not like they need the money. It's not like they're not making enough money. But those things would definitely give them more money, bro. You walk into the game, they have a brand. Like, every time they release a brand new character, they should add a skin for it. Even if it's a basic skin, nothing that changes animation. But anytime they add a brand new character, they should definitely add a brand new skin for it. All right, let's see what this is all about. Aricado. We're going to be reacting to a video here, chat. I want you guys to tell me what y'all think about this video, because apparently people have been saying that this video is quite controversial. So I want to see, but before that, hold on, let me check on my girl and my dog real quick. Whoa, reaction time? Yes, sir. All right, let's see. Brand needs skins, like, needs to be like Jinshi. I would definitely get a brand skin that looks like Jinshi, like full out, like animation changes and everything. Hell yeah. That would be peak. Wuthering Waves has an endgame problem. Let's see what this is all about. Let me put some honey on my pancake real quick. What's good, guys? So today we got to talk about a video that a lot of people have been sending me, and y'all want me to take a reaction to this video and show you guys what I think. It's called Wuthering Waves has an endgame problem. And I'm gonna be honest, from the way you guys are talking about it, you guys are heavily opinionated towards this video. I'm gonna tell y'all right off the bat, I do think that there are ways to improve the endgame of Wuthering Waves, and it does need more things to do at endgame that allows us to use our characters, our builds, our teams, all that stuff. But it's not that deep. I can go into it as I watch this video. I got me some food, so we're going to be eating, reacting, and all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's hop right in.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high.
Shit's so loud.
Endgame content in gacha games is something that needs to be done right, as it is the primary source of content for any gacha game's core gameplay loop once the player has exhausted the game of its offerings during the launch version or during any given patch of the game.
Why he said that so confusing, like so intricate, bro. Endgame is the stuff you do once you beat all the basic stuff in the game. Yeah, we know.
With this in mind, Wuthering Waves has been struggling in this regard to offer satisfying endgame content since the initial release of the game and to this very day.
That is a shit take right off the back. I ain't even walking into here as a Kuro bot or nothing, whatever y'all want to say. But I'm going to be honest, when the game first released, we had Tower of Adversity, right? and it was good. Like, I would understand if you're saying, like, oh, like, 4 months into its release, we didn't really have much to do. But when the game first released, I was still building teams for like a month, maybe a month and a half, 2 months, trying to get all 30 stars in Tower of Adversity and all that good stuff. And it gave me a goal, which is Endgame. It gave me a goal to build my characters, to finally be able to beat all of Endgame. Maybe there wasn't a lot of different things to do, but we had that, and we had Elusive Realm, the greatest game mode in the game. So sadly it got taken out. But yeah, we had good things to do at the very launch of the game. So I don't know about that take right off the bat.
I want to go over why WuWa's endgame is bad and how it is a massive turnoff to players. Before I can get started, however...
Okay. I don't know, but I have a slight feeling that at some point, Genshin, ZZZ, or Honkai is going to get brought up. I don't know why, because I don't think the endgame is so bad that it's a turn-off for players. Like, I don't think it's that bad to the point where it's either too power creep and you can't do it, or there's simply nothing. I think the endgame is okay. It's not great, it's not horrible, but saying that it's a turn-off to players, and that's the reason players don't like Wuthering Waves, seems a little bit extra.
I need to outline the problems with the game's combat system first to set the scene. After all, endgame...
What's wrong with the game's combat system?
Content in any of these games is entirely focused on combat, the very foundation of the gameplay. If the game's combat system isn't good, then you cannot obfuscate the shortcomings of said combat with a bunch of endgame modes. So, let's get to it. To start off with, we need to talk about the most damning thing that drags WuWa's combat down the most.
Okay, what is the most damning thing that drags WuWa's combat the most? I'm gonna be honest, I love WuWa's combat. It's one of the best combats out of any game out there, and I don't think there's anything that really damns it to the point that is like, holy shit, this sucks, or this is really bad. So, off the top of my head, I can't think of anything. I don't know. Let's see what he's gonna say.
The Concerto system. If you've already watched my video covering the misinformation being...
The Concerto system. So swapping, team building, and having synergy between your units as you rotate them on the field.
Spread during Yuzuha's release in ZZZ, then you should already be familiar with this information, but I will reiterate for those who did not see it. Every unit in Wuthering Waves has a circular meter to the left of their health bar referred to as the Concerto energy meter that fills up in combat based on the action performed. When full, swapping to a different character will have the exiting character perform an outro skill and the entering character perform an intro skill. Because of just how strong outro skills are in terms of their buffs on offer, WuWa's combat demands you to play your teams and rotations around generating Concerto energy and receiving the incredibly strong team buffs from outro skills.
Yeah, that's great. I like that, bro. The synergy, the rotation, the quick movement between your characters. The fact that when you rotate your characters, the next one is buffing the one that's about to turn into the field. You have your supports, your sub DPSs. It shows that there's quick gameplay, fast movement, and intricate team building. So I like that.
Combined with needing to generate resonance energy to cast a unit's liberation, team rotations in Wuthering Waves are needlessly bloated and take way too long to go through to get to the fun part of the game.
Bro, why y'all send me videos like this and then I end up beefing with some random dude that I don't even know? What the fuck kind of shit take is this? Rotations are drawn out by effectively forcing you to play your non-DPS units. Oh, nah, bro. Hold on. What the fuck kind of straight up dumbass take is this, bro? They force you to play your non-DP... Motherfucker! It's called synergy, team building. You have your healers, your supports. In many games, it's like this. You have healers, tanks, mages. You know, all these different units that do different things. Is the same with WuWa. What do you mean they force you to play your non-DPS? First off, you can still get your Concerto and all that shit if you just want to run a full DPS team. You can still do that. No problem whatsoever. But the rotations are drawn out. Look, I don't know if you're out here playing with some doo-doo ass builds and some doo-doo ass characters, but my rotations are smooth as butter, bro. We talking about, like, we be going through them rotations. You don't even feel that you're rotating type shit. So I don't know what you mean rotations are drawn out by effectively forcing you to play or not. Ain't nobody forcing me to play no units. You can beat this game with any unit you want. But the reality of it is that be it this game, be it Genshin, be it whatever fucking game, there's always going to be ways to improve your character. Buffs, shields, healing, debuffs on the enemy. And you're going to want to apply those things to improve your character's, you know, damage, rotations, all that good stuff. So I don't even understand this fucking take right here. And I don't even understand what he said. Like, how is that a bad thing, bro?
And take way too long to go through, needlessly bloated. Rotations and Wuthering Waves are needlessly bloated and take way too long to go through to get to the fun part of the game where
How are you gonna say that your rotations are needlessly bloated when you're using Verena that literally swaps out of your goddamn screen in like fucking 2 seconds? Like, she goes in, you see the back of her head, and she's out. What? Like, I don't even understand how you gonna say bloated and drawn out when you're using Verena, one of the fastest characters to be in and out of the field. What? And what do you mean the fun part of the game? So the fun part of the game is just being on your DPS and just hitting, bro? Like, the fun part of the game is the intricate combat. You know, the mechanics and synergy between your units to have really good, you know, damage and combat and overall what your characters are able to do when you play them together the right way, right? So that is a crazy freaking take, bro, especially with Verena on the field. Y'all stop me mid-food with this bullshit ass take, bro. That's crazy. I'm 2 minutes into this video, bro. Oh no.
you can whack enemies with your DPS for a lot of damage. The ankle weight that is Concerto Energy is so bad that weapons and character duplicates like the Variation and Stellar Symphony Recidifiers, as well as Sequence Node 2 for Verena, are worth their weight in gold in the WuWa community.
Hey God, what are we talking about right now,
Symphony Recidifier kits like the Variation and Stellar Symphony Recidifiers, as well as Sequence Node 2 for Verena, are worth their weight in gold in the WuWa community.
Bro, this is actually crazy. Like, this is actually insane, bro. Because the way I see it is, there's a lot of games that I've played, whether they're gacha games or actual, you know, RPGs or whatever, where you have your characters and your teams and you swap between them and you don't get no buff. You would still be doing that here if the Concerto system wasn't a thing. Like, if intro and outros weren't a thing and it was just like a skill where they buffed each other, you would still want to go from, you know, your support buffer to your sub DPS buffer into your main DPS. Like, you would still do that. If this was any other game, you'd have your dude applying the buffs, you'd have the other guy applying the debuffs, and then the DPS nuking the enemy. So while yes, some of these weapons are very important and people want to get them, it's like every other game. It doesn't take away from anything in Wuthering Waves whatsoever, and if anything, it just makes the rotations that much smoother, right? Not bloated at all or slow or drawn out. Like we said, if you're playing like a Verena or a Shorekeeper, you're swapping in and out of that character in seconds, bro. So how can that be drawn out and slow or anything? It's crazy.
And is frequently recommended for players to look out for when on rated up event banners. Even everyone's favorite 4-star unit,
I just dropped my fucking knife. I blame this guy, bro. I blame this video. That's crazy behavior, bro.
WuWa is only really valued within the meta primarily for her high Concerto generation, making her one of, if not the fastest, rotation characters in the game. Concerto Energy is a
Brother, yes, Sanhua is extremely fast in her rotations, which makes her really good. But she's also, I mean, nowadays there's maybe a little bit more options, but she was also one of the only buffers that offered what she offered, which was also really good. That's why she was so popular alongside her fast rotations and such. She was just a very good character. Another character like that is Mortefi, that also offers other things that Sanhua doesn't, and it's also quick with the rotations. Once again, most characters in, bro, I don't understand how the fuck you're playing this game that you think rotations take a long time. And I know I have S6, R5 characters, but I didn't have them all the time. I played this game for a long time with S0, R1 characters. And I even, bro, like S0, R1 or S6, R5, like none of that really matters in the time it takes you to rotate for the most part. So like, I don't know what teams you're playing. You're fucking playing Taochi into fucking Zani. I don't know what's going on here. But most rotations, bro, since the launch of the game, takes seconds between one character and the other, and it's quick, it's constant motion. So I don't understand what's going on, bro. Shit giving me like itch on my neck and shit.
System that greatly restricts the freedom of how you play your teams and artificially inflates rotation times instead of having a genuinely interesting playstyle for support and sub D.
I'm gonna have to start pre-watching some of these videos because this shit's stressing me out, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Artificially, what does motherfucker just say?
Times instead of having of how you play your teams and artificially inflates rotation times.
Artificially inflates rotation times, brother. How fast do you want to swap out of Shorekeeper or Verena? How fast do you want to swap out of a sub DPS? I'm on the field for like 3 seconds, 4 seconds. And if it's like a character that I wanted to do a little bit more damage and I wanted to do its whole DPS rotation or whatever, like a sub DPS type character, I'll be on that shit for 6 to 8 seconds. What do you mean it's too long? Like, how fast do you want to swap out Verena? You want to click intro and be out of there. Like, I don't understand, bro. Like, it doesn't really take that long, bro. Imagine if all our rotation times were cut in half, bro. Would have arthritis. Because it's already fast. So if they cut that shit in half, I'd have arthritis on my goddamn fingers, bro. This video is giving me diabetes right now,
Instead
bro.
of having a genuinely interesting playstyle for support and sub DPS characters that warrant the higher field times. Continuing on the topic of bloated rotation times, WuWa's Resonance Liberation animations are just too slow. To help illustrate my point, I've got animations.
Alright, so how about we just remove the motherfucking Resonance Liberations that take about 3 seconds, 4 seconds. That's too long, bro. 3 seconds! 4 seconds, bro. That's too long, bro. Like, my attention span, bro, I can't play like that. 3 seconds, 4 seconds for a Resonance Liberation that looks beautiful on my screen is too fucking long. Hell nah, bro. I want everything to be at least half a second, bro. If them liberations don't look like a freaking flash on my screen, I ain't having it, bro.
Are just too slow. To help illustrate my point, I've got 2 videos from DYS Pro that compares ultimate times between the entire 5-star roster of Genshin Impact.
Because they're shit. Bro, listen. That's like me popping out a goddamn seasonal 12-episode anime and comparing it to One Piece that has 1,000 episodes and saying, yo, this one is better because it has 12 episodes and it's faster. Motherfucker. What? Just because it's faster doesn't mean it's better. The animations look like shit for the most part. Bro, the summoning animations in Wuthering Waves are better than most gacha games. Entire, like, ultimate character animations. So, what are we even talking about, bro? And it's not like we have these, you know, Genshin Impact animations that take us, let's say, 2 seconds for this one, and then we take 10 seconds doing one in Wuthering Waves. I mean, there might be some characters that take 10 seconds, I don't know. But there are some that swap really, really fast.
Up to version 5.8, and every single character in Wuthering Waves up to version 2.
See, bro, like, I just gave this motherfucker the benefit of the doubt saying there might be some characters that take 10 seconds, right? in the same little sentence, he says, Withering Wave character liberation animations take too long. Here's a video from someone that did Genshin Impact animations and tells us how fast they are, right? Because they're faster. These motherfuckers ain't even 1 second, 2 seconds slower. That's it. The Genshin animations are less than a second faster, bro. What? I'm so confused, bro. I legit thought, like, bro, even though I play WuWa every day, I legit thought that, like, Shangli's animation took, like, 4 seconds. I don't know, Shorekeeper took, like, 5 and shit. This man pops out and says, yo, Genshin animations are so much faster, they take 2 seconds. And WuWa takes almost 3 seconds. That shit slow as hell, bro. Hell nah, bro. Hell nah.
3. I will not be using Honkai Star Rail for comparisons as it is a turn-based game. And I will...
Bro, I'm 3 minutes into this video and every take has been downright retarded. So, I got 10 minutes left. That's wild, bro.
Excluding Zenless Zone Zero, as ZCZ's combat system
Yo, what up, Kahlo? Holy, what's good, guys? Good to see y'all.
is not based on rotations and casting ultimates in the same way Genshin and WuWa is. Here's a quick disclaimer, but even with a possible margin of error, things should be pretty obvious. For your convenience, I've transferred all animation times from the animation starting to when the player gets control of their character back to a notepad.
All ultimate animations pause the game. The conversation is about the general feel and sluggish pace of WuWa's combat as a result of lengthy ultimates. When combined with the Concerto system, he just showed us like 4 different ultimates and none of them are longer than 3 seconds and they're lengthy ultimate. Okay.
Document. When looking at the rankings, it paints a very obvious picture with the entire
Okay, so they're 1 second longer for the most part, unless you talk like YOOOO, maybe Camellia, Brand. But if you look at their fastest ones to our fastest ones, relatively similar. You look at their slowest ones, YOOOO don't count. That's not even a character. It's not that big of a difference. The most used characters will have like 1 second longer. 1 second, bro. I would understand, bro. I would understand if that shit was like 8 second, bro, even 5 seconds, right? Shit, even 4 second difference, even 4 seconds. Our slowest character is YOOOO at 5 seconds. Their slowest is almost 3 seconds. So a 2 second difference. Let's say 3 second. A 3 second difference on our slowest character in comparison to theirs. That's crazy.
Entire 5-star roster of Genshin Impact having ultimate animations that are shorter than more than half of Wuthering Waves' entire 2.3 roster. Even if you're using a character with a short animation time like Zani or Sanhua, it gets immediately cancelled out by their best-in-slot teammates of Phoebe and Camellia, respectively, having some of the longest animation times of the entire roster. Maybe it's best the video was from version 2.3. I could easily see Kartithia's animations being a combined total of 8 seconds. The last thing I want to point...
Yo, I just gotta do this real quick, right? I just gotta do this real quick. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta do this to him, bro. Hold on. She says that the game has really slow rotations, right? So I'm gonna show you guys, per se, the hardest boss content in the game. Right, I'm going to show you real quick the hardest boss content in the game. This is the hardest boss content in the game. This is how fast it took me to beat him. Right, this is the 1.0 stuff. But let's say you don't like 1.0. That shit's too easy, bro. That shit trash, bro. Okay. How about you move on a little bit deeper? How about we move in a little bit deeper? You're telling me that you're saying that Kartithia has a 8 second... What was it? 8 second ultimate animation? But I'm beating a level 100 enemy in 10 seconds? In 9 seconds? That would mean that I do my Siakona and Shorekeeper rotations in less than a second, which we all know that's not how it works, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it just sounds to me like this dude got a severe case of skill issue. Like, homeboy out here, bro, I'm pretty sure his team has to be like YOOOO into Taochi, none of these characters with energy regen, into Zani, bro. Because I don't even understand. And on top of that, bro, on top of these extremely fast clears on these things, let's not even play ourselves, bro. The ultimate animations in this game look freaking beautiful, bro. Every time a character drops their ultimate, it's just absolute cinema. Something that you can't really say in a game like Genshin. While some do look great, others not so much. So, hey, I'll take that 1-2 extra seconds to look at something amazing while I play, rather than, I guess, do things a little bit faster, I guess, and have some shit pop off on my stream. So let's go back to this video, bro.
Out about WuWa's combat system is its inconsistent parry system. Because of the inherent advantages and disadvantages between different units in terms of attack speed and inconsistent parry system.
Inconsistent parry system. Listen, the title of this video, guys, is my skill issue in Withering Waves. How is it bro, the parry system in Withering Waves is one of the best ones, straight up. It literally shows you a big old ring closing in, and you pop it and you're done. It's easy, it's right there. It's like, what are we talking about, bro? I could sit down with a character like Kalcharo, standard banner, 1+year-old character, and parry anything, bro. Because it's so easy, it's so consistent, it's so simple and straightforward. Calculator, bro, a standard banner character will still parry like it's nobody. Like, the dude will literally be standing, they'll try to hit him, parry, close his eyes, parried, bro. So, like, what are we talking about? Inconsistent parry system, bro.
Because of the inherent advantages and disadvantages between different units in terms of attack speed and frequency, there is a steep learning curve to WuWa's parrying that effectively keeps a majority of casual players out of being able to effectively use the system.
No, look. Let's just hear that again, because that shit was... My blood pressure, chat, my blood pressure.
Keeps a majority of advantages. WuWa's combat system is its inconsistent parry system. Because of the inherent advantages and disadvantages between different units in terms of attack speed and frequency, there is a steep learning curve to WuWa's parrying that...
No. There is no steep learning curve to WuWa's parrying, you dumbass. The parrying is exactly the same regardless on what character you're using. What you gotta learn is the characters you play. Because some characters have an easier time parrying, for example, Gion, right? And then there are other characters that might have a little bit of a harder time parrying, or at least learning their rotations so you can parry better. But the actual parry system doesn't change. It's the same regardless if you're playing on fucking Calculator, if you're playing on Brandt, if you're playing on Zhang Xing, it doesn't change. It's the same exact fucking thing. Once you learn it with, like, bro, you could be out here playing day 1 with fucking Yang, day 1. And by day fucking 100 and you're in 4.0, the parry system looks the same. It's the same little circle. The bosses pretty much tell you when they're gonna, come and slap you, and you parry it, right? It's always the same. Obviously, you're gonna have to sit down and learn your character to parry as best as you can. But I mean, I figure that was common sense. You're going to have to sit down and learn your character. At the end of the day, just get good. Don't blame the parry system. Blame your skill issue with the characters you're playing, that for some reason you think parrying is hard, bro. That's
effectively
crazy.
Keeps a majority of casual players out of being able to...
I'm starting beef with some random dude right now because this video got me heated, bro. And it ain't even about Withering Waves, bro. It's like, I don't care for WuWa like that, chat. I'm going to be straight up. It's just that the video is talking shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it could be talking shit about Genshin and I'll still be out here heated. It could be talking about any game and I'll be out here heated. It's just, the fact that it's just a lot of shit and misinformation that is being said in this video that is actually not the way things are, that is annoying. You know what I mean?
Effectively use the system. In most cases, casual players will only ever perform parries by accident or by intentionally.
Casual players will only perform parries by accident, bro. We have Donjin mains playing with their feet, with their lights off, with their eyes closed, turned around to the computer, and they're beating holograms. What do you mean casual players will only perform parries by... No, that's shit players. That's players that probably play with their elbows. Bro, we're not talking about parrying in WuWa like it's this extremely intricate fucking mechanic that people are not able to freaking, you know, complete. Like that's just crazy to me. Saying that that casual players will only ever parry by accident? That's crazy. I'm not saying Donjin mains are casual. Donjin mains are goats. But what I'm saying is, if there are people out there that can play with their freaking eyes closed and with their fat toe, you're really going to tell me that a normal player with their eyes open, with their hands on their mouse and keyboard, will only ever parry by accident, bro? Like, by accident, bro? There's a freaking circle on your screen that tells you when to parry, pretty much. Nah.
Attacks with frequent, numerous active attack frames on certain characters that lets them brute force getting a parry. And before anyone says to just memorize one character's parry timings and just swap to them when needed, let me play the clip.
So it is inaccessible.
So you have 4 characters in your team. You press the number 1 on your keyboard and switch to a character that can climb it. Oh god.
And so now I have to memorize the precise geography, the precise fucking geological structure of the rocks to memorize and keep in mind which angle I am able to approach from based off the character model type. Is that not just a
couple
complete
different ways of
pain
doing
in
it.
the ass that doesn't really need to be there? It's now like
I didn't say that.
Who was Saint Tontes arguing with? Who the hell is this little Klee person? I don't know who that is.
Was
it's a memory check of like
the best thing ever.
It's like a memory check of like how can I remember what angle the rock looks like from like the approach. That's just a chore.
This is your reminder that there are more unique attack timings for units in Wuthering Waves.
I would never defend the pillar mechanic. However, I would also not expect casual players to memorize the parry timings of most of their characters in Why are you learning the parry times of your characters? It's the parry timings of the boss. You just gotta learn the boss patterns, and then you just learn your unit and know when to parry. The boss patterns don't change. The parry attacks that the boss will do to you, the parryable attacks that the boss does to you, are the same regardless of what character you're on. So why do you have to memorize the parry timings of their Of course you gotta memorize what attack from your own characters are easier to parry with, but you don't got, like, it's not like it's all different in the grand scheme of things. All the bosses have their same attacks. If you fight Crownless with Kalcharo, Crownless will do the same things that if you fight Crownless with, I don't know, Jin Shi, bro. It'll be the same exact boss, the same exact attacks, the same exact moments to parry said boss. You just gotta figure out your own characters and when to parry with them, which I feel it's normal. You get a new character, you learn their kits, you learn their rotations, and that's it, bro.
For you to learn, then there is player models in Genshin Impact for you to learn how to climb a pillar. I could go on about WuWa's lackluster sound design for a large number of characters, the gradually increasing visual clutter across newer units and teams, the shallow attribute system, or just...
This has to be rage bait. This is rage bait, 100%. And I'm falling for it. This is rage bait. There's no way! WuWa's endgame. WuWa's endgame, and he just shitted on 3 things that have nothing to do with endgame.
About WuWa's lackluster sound design.
WuWa's lackluster sound design.
For a large number of characters, the gradually increasing visual clutter across newer units and teams, the shallow attribute system.
The shallow attribute system. I'll give him this one. The attribute system, really serves no purpose in Withering Waves. I'll give him this one. I've often said I'd like to see more interactions, not between the elements, but between the elements and the open world and the bosses and the stages. I'll give him this.
Or just how little echoes actually contribute to combat in a meaningful and engaging way beyond a throwaway button press.
How little echoes actually impact combat. If you're doing your thing right, there are echoes that will impact your combat heavily. It's not just a button press, right? There are echoes that if you slot them as your active echo, just simply having it there will give you a buff to your character. There are other echoes that if you cast it, at the right time, it'll allow you to buff the incoming character, thus making the flow of the combat be a lot smoother. Right? They're not just like you press a button and you do a random little attack and that's all the impact an echo has in the game. Like, let's be real. It does do a lot more than just be a press of a button.
But I think I've made my point. There's a lot.
No, you haven't, sir. You have not made your point. You've literally took a shit and uploaded it on YouTube. What is going on, bro?
A lot of problems with Withering Waves' combat system that drags it through the mud and prevents me and many from enjoying the game's combat.
And that would be your lack of skill, not the game. That would be the fact you play with your elbows and your eyes closed. That would be the fact that your team probably sucks ass. Not the actual game, though. I'm gonna just be real, bro. Like, this is crazy, bro.
By extension, it's endgame content which puts said combat under a microscope. So without any more delay, let's take a look at the endgame modes and what went wrong with them. As with any
Tower of Adversity is
modes
copied
and
homeward.
what went wrong?
What did I say at the very beginning of the video, bro? I said this video is gonna bring up ZZZ or Genshin or Honkai. I think it's brought most of them up so far. If this man says that Withering Waves copied Genshin Impact's tower mode, listen, you know how many gacha games came before Genshin Impact that literally had a tower mode? You know how many gacha games came out that had a tower mode before Genshin Impact where you progressively cleared stages and fought bosses or waves of enemies? Bro, this is not even a gacha game and I don't know why it came up. Mortal Kombat used to have a tower mode that you could literally go in and fight a boss, then fight another enemy, then fight, and you would climb. Like, what? That ain't, bro. Let me just let it play.
As with any modern gacha nowadays, you've got your boilerplate endgame mode to kick things off with WuWa's Tower of Adversity. The only thing of note for the TOA when compared to the other gacha games is the 3 towers and the Vigor system, an artificial resource that limits how many times you can use a single character across all 3 towers. This is meant to add a layer of decision making to whom you use to ascend floors with. The side towers are easier than the middle tower.
Bro lost so many times to Ling Yang, I get it.
With 4 floors that ramp up in vigor cost by 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the middle tower being the hardest of the 3 with 2 floors that both have a vigor cost of 5. In most cases, this leaves players with 2 options. Use 3 well-built teams to separately ascend all 3 floors, or use 2 well-built teams to fight the final floor of a single side tower, followed by one of the 2 floors of the middle tower, with weaker teams clearing floors 1 through 3 of the side towers. Other than that, there's not much else to say about this mode. It's your garden variety Spiral Abyss clone that seemingly every one of these modern gacha games.
It's your Spiral Abyss clone. What did I say, bro? What did I say, chat? This has to be a Genshin player or something. Because, like, I'm not going to sit here and say, well, they're not similar. But it wasn't Genshin that originally made that type of tower mode, right? It was probably some other gacha game 10 years ago. So it's not a Spiral Abyss clone. It's just another one of the many tower modes from all these gacha games. This is not something new, bro. I'm sure if you go back to like Summoner's War, that game is from like 1982, bro. That game probably has a tower mode in it. So, oh my god, bro.
implement for endgame players. You either enjoy it as an opportunity to put your teams through the ringer, or you roll your eyes and slog through it before the next reset for your rewards. The only thing I can really criticize about this mode is that there's no ability to auto-clear floors 1 and 2 of the side tower if you
They're adding that shit in the next patch because Kuro listens. When the fuck was this video dropped?
clear floor 3 and calculate vigor cost.
When was this video dropped? One. Oh no.
Accordingly, in a majority of cases,
This video dropped after the dev stream that told us they are adding an auto skip button.
if you are employing the strategy of clearing floors 1 through 3 with a weaker team to save vigor on your stronger teams, and you don't have lopsided investment to make it on an account review video, then there's no reason for you to slog through the first 2 floors if you can clear the third. That's all I got to say about this paint by numbers mode, so let's move on. Next up,
This video is disrespectful to me, bro. Y'all over here making me watch this.
we've got
That's
the
crazy.
tactical holograms. Just about the most overglazed thing I've seen in the WuWa community when it comes to endgame content. A boss fight mode with 6 tiers of difficulty and a set of modifiers in the latter half meant to test your ability to perform with almost, if not completely, perfect execution of your enemy knowledge and team comp rotations. Let's get something straight right now. If I already laid out why I think Wuthering Waves' combat is bad at the top of this video, what makes you think I want to play it with a near zero margin of error for 20 asterite and a vice grip shaped scar on my post-mortem nutsack?
Okay, I get it, bro. So he pretty much just accepted he has a skill issue. That's what the video is actually about. Listen, chat. This was a more intricate video to pretty much said, guys, I have a skill issue. I don't know how to play. Listen, there are people on YouTube. There are people on YouTube that have cleared these holograms with 4-star characters. 1 4-star character. One, not dos, 1. They've cleared these holograms with 1 4-star character. Yes, these new ones. There's a video out there of a dude clearing Hakade with what's the mouse girl, bro? Lumi. With just a Lumi to his name. You have a full team and you're saying it's zero margin of error, vice grip on your balls, extremely difficult. What are we talking about right now? Like I'm serious. Like, what are we talking about, bro? You have a full team of characters, probably 5-star characters. And you're saying this is some vice grip on your nuts type of difficulty when there are dudes beating it with single 4-star characters. Ain't no way this is not rage bait. Homie pretty much just made a video talking about how shit he plays the game and, you know, turned it into, nah, the game sucks, bro. The game is hard, man. And game modes like this, I don't know if you understand the concept of gaming. The concept of gaming is having fun. It ain't always about getting the best reward. The reward sometimes is the fun, the challenge, overcoming a challenge, beating it, and screaming at the top of your lungs because the excitement of beating a boss is there, right? It's the same thing with these holograms. They might not be end game content per se, because I don't really see them as end game content like that, because it's a one-time thing, but going into a hologram and fighting it and getting your ass whooped and then doing it and learning the boss mechanics and eventually beating it with your favorite characters, that is fun. That's it. It ain't about no 20 dog-ass astrites. I don't give no shits about them astrites. It's about the challenge, the fun of beating the content. And it definitely is not as hard as you're painting it out to be, bro. It might be a little bit of a challenge. You do have to learn your team and you do gotta learn the boss, but god damn, bro. God.
Between WuWa's visual clutter, awkward parry system, and strict adherence to team rotations because of the concerto system, why would I want to bother for an eighth of a poll? And I am confident in saying that a majority of the casual audience likely think the same way as me in this regard. So for all intents and purposes, the tactical
Hey, you guys think like that? Some of you guys think like that, bro? Y'all think that, you know, screw them holograms, they're trash, it ain't worth doing it? Or do y'all think it's a fun challenge to test out your team comps and the way your characters are doing, your knowledge of the games, your rotations, and all of that stuff? Most of us that do this, we don't care about the rewards from a stupid ass hologram. It's just cool to go in there and fight a new boss, bro. Like, y'all ever played Elden Ring? Bro, beating the bosses and, you know, finally killing a boss that was really hard is so fun. Sometimes you don't really get anything that you're even going to use. Maybe a soul, and that's it, and you won't ever use it again. It's just fun beating the bosses, right? If Wuthering Waves is a combat-first game, and most of us enjoy the combat, I'm excluding you out of this, why would we not want to do an event that shows us how much better we're getting at the game, that makes us want to learn our characters and the mechanics of these bosses? Sure, some people won't do them, 100% acceptable. Some of these things take time, they are sweaty for some people haven't learned their team, some people haven't learned their rotations, or they simply don't have the time. But don't clump the majority of the player base and call them, you know, skill issue players that will barely ever be able to parry. Like, when we talk about those type of players, people that barely ever are going to be able to parry and will barely ever be able to clear a hologram, that's a very small percentage of the player base. We're talking about straight up people that play with their elbows, like you. Not everybody. So don't clump the majority of the player base in there.
Holograms is something I will never touch. If you ask me, the Virtual Crisis limited time event that occasionally comes back every now and then is a much more interesting and nuanced interpretation of a boss fight mode with a wider variety of modifiers and reward incentives to aim for, all while having a greater margin of error for even my sorry ass to get a 120 rating without making me want to tear my hair out. I don't want to hear anything about Zenless Zone Zero players being sweaty when a mode like this exists in Wuthering Waves. And if your argument is that it's okay because you can do it at any time, then sure, yeah, I can see that.
Yo, this man really thinks it's that hard? This man really thinks it's that hard? This crazy. Nah, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that everybody does holograms. There's a lot of people that don't do holograms in Wuthering Waves, because there's a lot of people that play the game for different reasons. You have the people that play the game for combat reasons. You have the people that play the game for lore. You have the people that play the game because they want to collect characters with big titties and fat asses. You have the people that simply want to run around and waste time after they get off work. Not everybody plays the game for the same reasons, right? So maybe the people that just log on and collect the pretty looking characters don't care for game modes like holograms, game modes like Whimpering Waste, game modes like Tower of Adversity, right? But we're talking about combat. This video is about endgame, and he's specifically talking about combat. So the people that do like combat, right, they're not going to look at holograms and say, oh, this shit is too hard, this is impossible. Most people that like the combat system in Wuthering Waves will enjoy the challenges that hologram gives them. Now, if you're going to say, well, what about the dudes that play the game so they can collect fat-ass looking characters, right? Well, they probably don't care about holograms. That's pretty damn obvious in and of itself. Like, we don't really have to bring those up. We're talking about a specific niche of people. We're talking about a very specific topic, which is the combat, rotations, and how that impacts the game mode. So those are the people that we want to talk about, right? Just like saying most casual players will never be able to parry unless it's an accident. That makes no sense, right? If you're someone that plays the game, logs in, summons a character, right, and never learns their mechanics, you just like the way they look because they're pretty, you probably will not be able to parry these enemies because you've never even tried. But we're talking about like a standardized group of people that play the game, learn their mechanics, and have this to say about the game.
Kind of like how I, at any time, can walk out my front door and start digging up the dirt in the ground and shoving it down my mouth. But you don't see me doing that ever, do you? I can't imagine just how frustrated the casual WuWa community would be.
Should have done that with this video.
If tactical holograms had reset cycles, as I'm confident that an overwhelming number of players would rather not see a helping of Asterite go up in flames because they don't have enough screws loose to want to get one shot 20 times every few weeks.
Yo, that's crazy. That's like an actual... Like, this man is making holograms seem like the hardest freaking content in gacha gaming history. Like, he's making it seem like you're literally being tortured when you play these holograms. That is crazy. That is actually insane, bro.
Lastly,
Whimpering Ways is an absolute failure. The devs know this, and that's why they don't put a lot of rewards in the holograms. They don't put a lot of rewards in the holograms. I'm gonna be honest, bro. It's because, first off, it's a one-time thing, right? So it's like, it's not part of what the main, course of the game is supposed to be. It's supposed to be that challenge for the sweats, right? For the people that want to have a little challenge. And if they made this a thing that required a lot of investing, like, for example, you know how some of these holograms, you really can't do them with a team that is, weak against that specific boss? It would require people to build multiple teams. And what's one thing that WuWa loves to do? Give their players freedom. So if they made holograms a thing that would reset like every 2 weeks, right? It would make it a lot harder for people to freely build the teams that they want. And that's one thing that WuWa does so good, bro. You're able to put teams together that make absolutely no sense, but they'll still clear all the content, bro. I've seen people with random ass teams beat all these holograms. S0, R1, no problem, and it's just the team they like, right? If holograms were part of the end game content to where, it would have rotations every 2 weeks, a lot of people would start missing out on some of these rewards, and they would be forced to pull characters or certain elements that they maybe not want to pull just so they don't miss out on this. And so far, WuWa doesn't really force you to do that with any of their game modes. So that's why they don't do that. It's not so much because it's so hard so people can't beat it. Like I said, bro, casual players can beat these modes even with 4-star characters. They can even do it with like standard banner characters and maybe 1 or 2 limited banner characters. So it's not that difficult how Homeboy's making it seem, bro.
we have Whimpering Wastes. And let's be honest here, WuWa has not had a positive reputation for many since its initial release. From its abysmal token system to its enemy behavior breaking.
But once again, there was a lot of problems with WuWa, I will give them that. WuWa had a lot of things that were stupid, like enemies, you'd hit them and they start walking back for no reason. It made no sense whatsoever. Like, that was stupid. Why were the enemies walking away from you? And another reason that WuWa was also not as popular is because what I just said regarding holograms, right? WuWa is a game mode that is a little bit more demanding than Tower of Adversity. It kind of wants you to have characters that are a little bit more specific, right? Whereas in Tower, you could use characters that are really good at like AoE and characters that are really good at like single target, and they'll all clear Tower really easily. Whereas in Whimpering Waste, you want characters that are much better at clearing waved content. A character like Jin Shi might not be the best option in a game like Whimpering Waste, but it'll be top tier in a game like Tower of Adversity. You can use a character like Jian, which is really good, or pretty damn good in Whimpering Waste, and he'll also be really good in Tower of Adversity. So that's the thing with Tower. It's a little bit more, or with Whimpering Waste, is a little bit more specific, a little bit more demanding in the team building department. And let's just be honest, Withering Waves players, they do not like to be per se forced to run specific teams. They want to run who they want, when they want, how they want. So that's a big reason, a part of some of the other nitpicks that I did say, and I'm sure he's talking about, that have, had a little bit of a negative impact regarding this particular game mode.
Formations, straggler enemies making you waste time, or ultimates to wipe up, clear advantages to units with AoE and grouping skills, and now, some egregious HP inflation. Whimpering Wastes for many was a mode that was dead on arrival, and any attempts to salvage it has been the equivalent of polishing a turd. I don't know how.
What do you mean you don't know how? You literally try to polish a turd with this video. What are we...
How you can take the simple concept of giving players a power fantasy by facing off against hordes of enemies and manage to screw it up so spectacularly as Kuro Games have done continually with Whimpering Wastes. Yet they've somehow done it, and it remains to be seen as a forever black mark on the content offerings of Wuthering Waves, one that players must regularly contend with as it's a primary source of premium currency. To wrap this up with a nice little bow, the endgame content of Wuthering Waves has failed to present players with a meaningful experience to its wider audience without coming up short or outright failing its execution. Tower of Adversity is an ancient relic of Kuro's days of living under the shadow of Genshin Impact.
That's wild, bro. That's wild.
Tactical holograms are an overhyped content creator magnet that offers too little in exchange for too much frustration.
They're an overhyped content creator magnet that offers too little for so much frustration. Well, that's a crazy take, bro. First off, there's very little content creators that actually focus around doing holograms like that. I know Wallenstein, that's like it. There might be a couple of other ones that will upload videos regarding holograms. Most people don't. You ain't gonna see Saint Tontas posting his speed clears with 1 unit in a hologram. I stay doing holograms on my streams almost every day, and I don't be posting those videos like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just another fun game mode that is somewhat difficult. And if we're talking about the casual players, like you said, the current game modes in the game are very casual friendly after a little bit of time and account investing, right? The only game mode or, you know, improvements to more end game content would be making content harder, but clearly you're against that because you think holograms are harder. So if they added more end game content that was harder than, I guess, a hologram, you would literally die playing the game. So I don't know which way they could go about it if currently me and a lot of other people that are casuals or heavily invested into the game all think that the current end game is relatively easy, including holograms. Holograms are easy, bro. It's a one-time clear. You sit there one day, you build your teams, you learn their rotations, and you're done. That's it. It ain't like that. But everything else, tower you can clear after like a month or two of playing an account, if that. Whimpering Waste, I'll give it a little bit more because you need a little bit more team synergy and units that work a specific way. So let's just give it like, I don't know, let's say 3 months of playing an account, 4 months of playing an account, and then you're just clearing it unless they keep, you know, HP inflation and that shit, then we have a problem. But yeah, I don't know, bro. If holograms to you are the peak of what hard end game content is, like not hard, like absolutely impossible end game difficulty, I don't know what any gacha game could do to actually give you the type of content you're looking for.
And Whimpering Wastes should have never left the cutting room floor. For how much the WuWa community brags about having little to no HP inflation, they sure don't seem to care if their endgame content is even fun to play to begin with, so long as they can point out a line going up and shout from the mountaintops, "Hoyo bad."
What up, bro? It's crazy. Throughout the whole video, he's pretty much said that WuWa has multiple aspects that are inferior to Genshin. Has he not? Yo, their liberation animations are so much longer. Their combat is so much clunkier because of things like the Concerto and the liberation animations. Yo, you know that game mode, Tower of Adversity? WuWa did it first, or Genshin did it first. Theirs is better. WuWa's is just a copy of it. And then he's getting close to ending the video to say and says this.
Care if their endgame content is even fun to play to begin with, so long as they can point out a line going up and shout from the mountaintops, "Hoyo bad."
So the whole video, he's pretty much saying, WuWa bad, Hoyo better. And then he's saying that the people are the ones that are saying, nah, yo, Hoyo bad, Kuro better. Seems a little bit hypocritical if you ask me, right? Like, you're over here talking shit and then pointing out something else is better, and then you're also saying, yo, the other people are going to say that this is better. Like, bro, you could easily make the game and your critiques about the endgame and all that without having to bring in the Genshin and Hoyo and all that other things. But you can't do that now, can you? Because you have a little bit of a chip on your shoulders probably regarding you liking all these other games. I've never watched this dude's channel. I could be totally wrong. If I am, hey, it is what it is. But I don't know if this man plays Genshin. I don't know if he plays Honkai Star Rail. I don't know if he plays ZZZ. But from the way he's speaking, it sounds like he does. Because bro, at the beginning of the video, I said, They're probably going to talk about them. He's brought all 3 Hoyo games up. You don't bring up 1, 2, 3. You don't bring up all these Hoyo games unless you're literally deep-throating Hoyo. I don't care enough for Kuro, for Hoyo, for none of these gacha games. I could wipe my ass with this one and on to the next one. I don't care. I'm gonna keep it straight up. But god damn were these takes bad. Every now and then there was a little ray of sunshine for a take that could be good, but for the most part, god damn, bro.
Except that's not even true anymore for WuWa. Womp womp. And with that, I have said all I really wanted to about Wuthering Waves'
Homie said a whole lot of nothing, bro.
endgame content and why it's holding this game back. So long as I'm a content creator that resides within the ZCC community,
Well, there you go. You just answered my question. He's a ZZZ player. Yo, last I heard, they had a little bit of a power creep and stuff over there. I might be wrong. I don't know, but that's what I heard. That's what the streets were saying.
doubt my opinions will ever be taken seriously. But that's
They will not. From now on, I know to never take them seriously, brother.
okay. At the end of the day, whatever happens to Wuthering Waves will have no effect on me, and I can continue to play the actual game that has my full attention. And seeing as how ZCC already took some of the best aspects of
Bro, how you make a yeah, this is rage bait. How do you make a video and say this?
that has my full waves taken seriously. Besides within the ZCC community, I doubt my opinions will ever be taken seriously. But that's okay. At the end of the day, whatever happens to Wuthering Waves will have no effect on me.
How are you going to drop a video critiquing Wuthering Waves? Because there's nothing wrong with dropping critique, but at least have constructive criticism. Like in the whole video, this motherfucker just talked shit and never once said how the game could be made better. He never said how the endgame could be improved. He just said it's shit here, there, and everywhere. And then he ends the video with, well, at the end of the day, I don't give a shit about this game anyway. So why are you making a video about it, bro? Why are you out here making a 13-minute video talking shit about a game that at the end of the day, you don't care about? It's rage bait, bro. It's rage bait. Is that it? It's that simple. We got rage baited, chat.
And
It's either that or the most delusional person I've ever seen when it comes to these videos.
can
That's
continue
crazy.
to play the actual game that has my full attention. And seeing as how
So if ZZZ has your full attention, shouldn't you be focusing on making videos, talking about their power creep and the bullshit going on over there? I'm just saying.
ZCC already took some of the best aspects of WuWa's roguelite mode, while they at the same time sunsetted their own in favor of an objective downgrade. I'm all for the supposed third wheel of Hoyoverse games to continue to improve and refine their game, while the
That's
darling child of Kuro
crazy, bro.
proceeds to watch on as we do so. But until then, this has been R.A. Kato Zodan, and I'm clocking out.
Holy shit, ladies and gentlemen. That's insane, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. That was definitely rage bait, because ain't no way. Ain't no way. Hey, at least you got my reaction to this video. I thought it was gonna... Bro, low-key, so for those of you that don't know, and I'm gonna leave this in this video. Over the past several weeks, I've been talking about Endgame and Wuthering Waves and how I wish Kuro would improve upon it. I haven't said that it's shit. I've said that I wish there were more things where we can maybe, you know, build teams around, game modes that would actually make us want to build specific teams or other things along those lines. Nothing, you know, specific, just I wish the endgame modes keep growing and keeps giving us more things to try out our teams and our, you know, premium build units, right? That would be amazing. I've been talking about this for the past several weeks. Never have I gotten to the point where I just shit talk what they have and not provide a way to make it better. When I see things like that, it's simply a rage bait, someone trying to yap, and I'm sure if I look at the video, if I look through them comments, I'm pretty sure you guys would probably see some shit up in those comments, because there is actually crazy, bro. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video, man. If you've enjoyed it, I guess hit that like button, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, join our Discord, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Holy shit, bro. That is actually outrageous, bro. That video gave me gangrene, bro. I don't even want to react to the next video. What the fuck was that? That's mad disrespectful, bro. Yo, if I didn't say hi to you guys as you stepped into the stream, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all taking the time to chat it up in here, bro. The homie Callow was heavily, you know, active. Shout out to the homie Callow. He is the current biggest Calcharo glazer, the current Calcharo goat. So if you like Calculator as much as the next guy, do be sure to check out the homie Callow. God damn, bro. That is insane. Why do I feel like it was someone from his community that sent me that video, bro? Because why the hell did y'all not post it in my React channels? That is crazy. That is actually insane, brother. Yeah, Kalo a G, bro. What the hell is this? Let me move this over here. Hold. What's my other video that I gotta react to today? What the fuck is this? The next one is titled Why I Dropped Withering Waves. I'm gonna play the game for a little bit. I'm gonna drink some water. So I actually got like invested into that video, bro. That shit was crazy. Hold on, let me put this somewhere else. That's actually insane, bro. I just realized that. Hold on. Hold on. Hey, what's your take on the 2 new floors, by the way? Hey, I'm actually interested in the 2 new floors, bro. Like, low-key. I'm actually interested in that. Yeah, what was that, bro? Hold on. Hold on. This man has Camellia, Shorekeeper, and Sanhua. So pretty much peak Camellia team right here. And he couldn't clear this. Tower mode. Oh, no. Oh, no, bro. We wildin' with those clear times, bro. That's insane. That's actually insane. Yo, Kalo, they wanted me to react to one of your videos like 2 days ago, but I didn't stream yesterday. It was like a Calcharo video, bro. And my community knows me as the Calcharo main from back in the day. Even though now I am what you call a Brant Glazer, bro. The video that I'm dropping later today is literally the best character in Withering Waves, and Brant's big old face is up in that screen, bro. Yeah, the 2 new floors is just free asteroids, bro. I'm hyped with that, low-key. Because I have been wanting more content, bro. And, like, I know in part it's because I have S6R5 units. There's never going to be, per se, content that really allows me to test these units like that. But at the same time, I do want more endgame content and things to do. Like, I like game modes where we have to build specific teams. Not specific teams, but I don't know. I don't know how to put it without, like, people getting too up at arms about it. But I do want game modes where we benefit from having specific teams or specific units. Maybe more down the line or something. Who knows? React to it? React to which one? Yeah, bro, that dude's opinions gave me gangrene, bro. Someone told me to react to that dude's latest video. Oh, no. What is his latest video? I got a tummy ache and shit. Oh, no, what is this? Watch this. Let's talk about my previous video.
Idea that you have of me in relation to insert whatever creator here, doesn't matter, and throw it out the window right now. After that, I want the rest of you to get the attention of any creator.
Oh no. Should I react to that, bro? Oh no, we're gonna have to react to this. Hold on. Let's play a little bit and then give me like 10 minutes and we'll react to this other video that should be interesting. He's got Cardi in her team, so he pulls for all the characters but hates the game. Make it make sense. That's what I'm saying. It just makes no sense to me, bro. Kalo's video on Calculator was hilarious. True, bro. I remember I reacted to Kalo's video a long time ago, and I told him, and I told my community, he's one of the few creators that I enjoy. Like, I've been reacting a lot. Because you guys, I told you guys I was going to get into the game, reacting, yada, yada, yada. And I've been reacting to a lot of CCs. Kalo is probably one of the only CCs that I actually enjoy reacting to. Because this man has fun when he makes fucking videos, bro. He jokes around. He does some stupid shit on his videos that I fucking love when it comes to content creator. I do the same shit. I do some stupid ass things on my video. I say some dumb ass things, bro. And it makes it fun. Like, okay, I'm not just reacting to bullshit. I'm reacting to some fun shit. So I like reacting to Kylo's shit, even though I haven't done it in a minute. Do I do account reviews? I don't do account reviews, but if you join my Discord and you hop on there and stream your account, we can help you out and guide you in the right direction with the little knowledge that we might or might not have. Ah, shucks, you all glazing me too much. Hey, man, do your thing, bro. You know? Keep your personality the way it is, bro. Just chill. Is it gonna be another rage bait? I think it's gonna be another rage bait, Crystal. I'm gonna be honest, it's looking kind of sus. Cause look, I low-key, you guys know I've been talking a lot about Endgame. I've been like, I did an event not too long ago with one of my homies. He's a sub here. John Tavius III. He has a burning, raging hard-on of hate for Brent. And we did an event where if he could beat my hologram times, he would not have to pull Brent, but if he lost, he would have to pull Brent. Now, he said I had a skill issue, so we had to do the whole event. And it was fun, bro. It was fun, but during that, we were also talking about how we would like more endgame modes to test our teams and stuff like that. Like, just fun. I was like, I don't even care if they don't give us a lot of rewards, just something fun to do at endgame, right? So when y'all send me that video, I was like, yo, another creator that dropped a video talking about endgame. Maybe they're gonna give some ideas as to how to improve the endgame.
Now is the second half.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. Not gonna lie, sole reason I played this game was because I played only when Skull CJ streamed. Don't let this man down ever. Yes, Haiti, tell him, bro. Bro, I remember that a lot of people back when I was streaming like 10 hours a day, they would tell me that they stopped playing Wuthering Waves the moment my channel got taken down, bro. That video had me tweaking. Kalo, that video stressed me out. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I've reviewed already a bunch of like drama videos. I've reacted to them, and I've just laughed through. That video actually had me like fucking tweaking, bro. Like, that shit had me stressed. And it's, bro, and I swear to God, a lot of people literally like make it as, oh, he's just a Kuro guy because he plays WuWa and that's what he uploads on his channel. Bro, trust, if tomorrow Azure Promilia drops and I enjoy it, right, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I upload a video and that shit get 20-30,000 views, I'm an Azure Promilia creator. It's that simple, bro. Business is business, strictly financial. I don't give no shits about Kuro. I don't give two shits about Hoyo. None of that. I don't hold no allegiance to nothing apart from my girl's ass. So, I'm just keeping it real. Some of them takes were shit regardless of the game he was talking about. They were just bad takes, bro. Yeah, Virtual Crisis, every patch would be great. Hey, yo. What are we talking about? I said nothing wrong. Do you like Azure Promilia? I'm on the fence about Azure Promilia, Calo. I'm not gonna lie. I like the open world. I like the whole catching, you know, monsters in the open world. That's kind of cool. Flight, an open world map. All of that is things that I love. I don't really like their character designs all too much. They literally have some toddlers / fetuses in their roster that make Verena look like a fucking 25-year-old woman. Because their characters are literally the size of a shoe. They're like literal toddlers. That shit's ass. I don't like the way that when they're fighting, the numbers look on screen. But there are some things I like. I feel that it's one of those games that I actually have to go in and play to see if I'll enjoy it, right? But it has other things that I like. Apparently there's going to be like a housing system or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. But there's a lot of things that call my attention towards that game. The whole being able to catch things and fight with them, but then again, that might not be much different from the ecosystem we already have here. I did, bro. Seriously, I haven't played after your account. No jokes. Yeah, bro. A lot of people told me that they completely stopped playing WuWa after my channel got hacked and I stopped streaming, bro. Because I'll be live every day. I don't even, bro, low-key, I don't even know how I used to stream for 10 hours a day. I used to be live 10 hours every day. That's crazy. Azure Promilia looks like a 2015 MMO. Am I crazy? It does, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna try, but I haven't been impressed by the graphics or the combat of it. I did not watch the intro mission. What about you? What do you think about Azure Familia, Kahlo? I remember Crystal. Yeah, Crystal's one of the OGs, bro. It's fun and lots of content, and it's, yeah, like, if it's fun and I enjoy my time playing Azure Familia, I'll be in there. I'll be making videos, I'll be streaming it, all of that. Because, like I've always said, I don't go into any of these games. I don't care if it's HoYo, I don't care if it's fucking any company. If I like a game, I like a game. Like, I feel like some people literally just shit on a game because of a company. Well, I'm a HoYo fan, so if Kuro drops a game, I'm gonna shit on it. What? You're weird, bro. Like, if tomorrow HoYo drops a game that I freaking love, I'm gonna be in that thing like there's no tomorrow. I'm gonna be loving the game. I don't have no allegiance towards none of these companies. The font they use for battle numbers. Yeah, exactly. The font they use for battle numbers is what annoys me. It looks old and dated, bro. Kind of like cute character designs apart from the gremlins are nice, but I think the visuals are nice. Yeah, the open world visuals look nice, but I don't like the numbers when people are fighting, bro. The numbers look old per se. I don't know how to say it. I don't like that part of it. And the little gremlins, bro, because it's not even that they look young, bro. Young would be an understatement. Some of those characters literally look like they're babies. Like fighting babies, bro. Like a whole 1-year-old freaking fighting, bro. Oof. So winding down from that video, bro. Yeah, and I just know there's gonna be weirdos. Oh, there's always gonna be weirdos, bro. Always, bro. I remember I dropped a video complaining about something like that in a gacha game. Bro, the gaslighting going on in the comments was crazy. They'd have like a little fucking kid-looking character in the game tooting her ass out with booty shorts. And I'll be like, bro, this is kind of weird that they dropped a little fucking like 10-year-old looking character with booty shorts tooting out her ass when she's doing her ultimate. You're weird for thinking it's weird. Oh, you think it's weird? You're the weirdo. And I'm like, what? What the fuck? Motherfucker's weird, bro. Straight up. I remember when you discussed about Bonnie. Oh yeah, Bonnie, bro. Bonnie's another interesting topic, bro. I feel like that was bait by the freaking author. That was bait by Oda. I find it so weird when games SD toddlers and mini skirts. Yeah, exactly. Like, bro, someone posted a picture of ZZ, or not ZZZ, bro. A Sir Premilia where there's like this little looking girl in like a tight white dress, like a skin tight white dress. And all I said was like, bro, it's kind of weird that they dropped a character like that. Like, why they gotta have that like dress be so tight on her, bro? What the fuck? Oh, so you're looking at the lollies. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Dude, no. Don't tell CJ about Blue Archive. I've seen Blue Archive. A long time ago, I played Blue Archive, but that's because they had a character that I really like, and that's, Karen, is it? It was a dark-skinned, like, sniper girl with a tattoo on her arm. And that's how they caught me lacking, bro, because, like, bro, my boy sent me a fucking, he knows I like dark-skinned characters, so he's like, yo, I'm playing this gacha game, and it has this dark-skinned character, and he sends me a picture, and it's, like, her with, like, a bunny costume with a whole tattoo in her arm, and she's a tall, full-grown, in high heels, looking-ass character. And then I'm playing, like, it looks, bro, it looks like Shang Li, but dark-skinned with a freaking long ponytail, just, and with a tattoo in her arm. So I'm like, oh shit, that looks like a cool character. Okay, cool. I go to play the game, blah, 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 blah. I didn't know you could check the character's, like, bio or whatever. Like, I don't know, 6 months later, I'm on streaming that game, because I used to have, like, Gacha Game Friday, so I would stream random gacha games. And, someone, like, we start talking about that weird, like, certain games have some weird characters and shit like that. And then they're like, and I said that I don't like like the lolly characters that look like little kids. That shit's weird. And then some random dude walks up in my stream and he's like, well, did you know that the character you like in Blue Archive is a minor? And I'm like, who? He's like, yeah, that character that you like, the dark-skinned girl, she's underage. And I'm like, what the fuck? She got a whole tattoo, bro. She got a tattoo. She walks around in high heels. She's full grown, full size. What you mean she's underage? Plus, I didn't even know that shit. I started playing the character because it looked like a grown-up character, bro. Like a sniper chick with tats and fucking, you know. I didn't play it for no weird shit. And plus, we're not comparing a character that looks like Shang Li that they randomly want to say, oh yeah, well, she's 16. And you're like, oh shit, well, I didn't know that shit. I just thought she looked hot from this character model because that looks like a grown-ass woman. To you thinking that fucking, I don't know, YOOOO is hot. That's fucking weird. Right? Like, that's weird. It just is what it is, bro. And that's how I found out that character was underage, bro. And she don't even look like that, bro. Oda probably trolled everyone with that on Bonnie. Oh, yeah. With Bonnie was the same thing, bro. But Bonnie was, like, such a freaking, like, trap for everybody. They dropped, for those of you that don't know One Piece, they dropped this character that pretty much looks like this. Hold on. Let me see if I can find a picture of Bonnie. Why am I not typing? The fuck happened? There we go. Let's see if I can type. Let's see if I can find this character. There we go. They dropped this character, bro. This character, right? Bonnie. Right? Let's see if I can find another picture of her as well in here. From the actual anime, by the way. Let's see. Copy. I gotta make sure I don't, you know, Google be weird, bro. There we go. This character, bro. Bonnie, right? This character. They showed it to us, everything for like years in the One Piece world, right? In the One Piece fandom. Then out of nowhere, the writer comes out and says, oh yeah, by the way, she's 12. But you introduced her as a captain of a pirate crew. What the fuck? What do you mean she's 12? Yeah, she's a child, by the way. Oh, hell nah, bro. Oh, hell nah. Bro, and before they showed her and said that she was 12, they had a scene where, like, she literally gets, like, in that full-grown body, right? She gets wet, so she has to, like, take off her clothes and, like, rinse them out. They don't show her nipples or anything, but, like, they still show her from the side, bro. And then they're like, she's naked there. And later into the show, they tell us she's 12. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck, bro? How you gonna do all of that and then, like, years later tell us that she's 12, bro? And then you want to blame the people that thought she looked hot. Oh, you're weird because you said she was hot. Motherfuckers. How was I supposed to know? She don't look 12. They didn't portray her. Every time they showed her, she was fucking spread-legged up in here, bro. Spread-legged up in here. Riding around in a fucking boat as a boat captain with a bunch of dudes. Ain't nobody thought she was 12. That's some bullshit, bro. That's a different story, right? Than when people come out here and be like, yo, this little character looks like a toddler, but she's 350 years old, so she's legal. No, motherfucker, you weird. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, we didn't know that until, like, the last episodes, which is wild behavior, bro. That shit's insanity, bro. The Bonnie stock went down that day. Yeah, it really did, bro. Oh, I have to release that. I wanted to release that Brent video, but I feel like that video today is like... That shit's recent, so I should upload that shit today. I'm out of touch with the game. What game?
Guests of the unkind.
That says more about the people making these animes and games and what they think is attractive. Yeah, I agree. Because, like, there's no way you... Like, bro... There is no way that was an accident, bro. That shit was crazy.
Mind's eye.
God damn, bro. I'm still fucking hot from that dude's video, bro. Want me drop some nuclear dump on YouTube. Crazy. How far do I gotta go? Oh, hell no.
Make it fast.
Let's see what we got over here.
Guests of
Got a
the
pre-farm Augusta. I'm sure Kahlo is pulling for Augusta. Kahlo, if you're still here, you're gonna be pulling for Augusta, bro?
My blade yearns. Mind's eye.
I can't wait for Augusta, man.
Make it
Oh, he
fast.
is? Nice. Yeah, I figured. He's cultured. He does pull the nice looking waifus, bro. Get that. Oh shit.
Feathers.
She's pulling you. You doing the Augusta pull ritual video you usually do for new units? Let me take these down real quick. Already playing ARPGs like Path of Exile 2. That takes up most of my time. Yeah, Path of Exile 2 is pretty dope. Or Path of Exile. I never got into it too much because of the top-down view not being my thing. But looking at how much content it has, I've always said those games are fire. Me too. So excited for Augusta. Hope to win your 50-50. Hey, you are going to win your 50-50, bro. Trust. Trust. Augusta and Carlos will be meta team. Let me ask you a question, Kahlo. Are you going to be pulling Yuno to go with your Augusta? And your Carlos? It could be. Kathy, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I don't know much about the culture to even begin to understand the whole concept of like lollies and these like little kid-looking characters. It's always been like a foreign concept to me.
Wings.
You know it? Okay. Okay, bro. I'm telling you, Augusta, Yuno go crazy. The only thing that would make you come back to the game is Chillin. Chillin is pretty cool, bro. I feel that Chillin is gonna come out and he's gonna be evil, but like we're gonna have to like a Cardathea type of situation. He's gonna be like evil, or at least corrupted by the Trinodian, and then we're gonna have to release him from it, and then he's just gonna be like a darkish looking character. Like I don't. If they bring him back with the same exact drip that he has, it would even be crazy. Like I expect him to have a crazy drip.
Guests of the unkind.
I was dying when he dressed as a maid. Kahlo? Yeah, Kahlo dressed up as a maid and he actually pulled it off. I had one of my homies that actually did the maid challenge where they had to dress up as a maid, but they weren't about that life, bro. They were like fully dressed underneath the maid outfit, bro. They were afraid to rock it too hard, bro. You gotta go in, bro. You know what I mean? Joker also had a shirt below it, bro. I'm telling you, like, bro, listen. I'm telling you, if I cosplayed, I would actually try to look hot, bro. It just is. Whether I was cosplaying Brent or I was cosplaying fucking Shang-Li, I would actually, like, straight up put fake titties and everything, bro. Like, if I'm gonna do some weird shit, I'm gonna go balls deep, bro. Like, you best believe it, bro. No shame in my game. I ain't afraid of nothing, bro. I'll be out here gooning for me and shit. What are we talking about, bro? You know what I mean? That's why I haven't cosplayed yet. We still need that. Bro, listen. We didn't get the sub goal, even though I lowered it and everything. What's wrong with looking peak? Exactly, bro. Oh, I can't kill that thing. That thing's godly. God tier. They literally show peak character model design and said nah. Wait. Oh, for Chillin, yeah, true. They didn't want us to get the goat, bro. Kala, would you replace Carlos for Chillin? Oh, my shoulder just fucking cracked. Why cosplay if you're not gonna embody the character? Exactly, bro. I said so. Look, Jet said that he's gonna be pulling, or he will sponsor S6 R5 Lucy. If he does, because at the end of the day he's not, you know, obligated. If he wants to, and he ends up telling me, yeah, he's gonna do it. I'll do a subathon and I'll do a cosplay event for the subathon where I cosplay as Zani or something. I want to cosplay Zani because Zani's the GOAT. Yeah, we'll cosplay Zani, bro. Make a Rowan account and put Zani cosplay on there with crowdfunding. It could happen, but why not Geshu and Carl for Max Art? Oh, true. Yo, I actually... Throne is what you call it? Kalo? I could do that, bro. The bikini Zani, hell no, you tripping. Can I get a quick ban on Crystal? She tripping. Just regular one, bro.
Climax of the show.
Alright.
Perfect finale.
Let me do this. Ain't no way you just hit my brain like that. You just hit the GOAT, bro. My word is this, Clasher. I will set up a subathon with goals. The subathon will go on for, let's say, a week during the thing, where I'll stream every single day. I'll even leave my stream running when I go to sleep, unless my computer explodes. And if by, like, day 3, we reach one of the milestones, I will do the Zani cosplay. And I'll make the dono goal shorter because we already had the other, you know, dono goal be met. I'm gonna need a wig. Oh, for sure, bro. I told you, if I cosplay, it's gonna be like full, completely. I'd have to shave my mustache and goatee and everything, or I could cover it with some weird makeup, but I'll probably just shave it, bro. Baby face. Can't be having a Zani cosplay with a fucking mustache, bro. That's just traumatic. Ain't no way. What about Geshulin, Gian, and Calculus for triple daddy comp? That could work. What if... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it would have to be... It would have to be like, one of those things where, like, we get to a certain goal, I shave my mustache. We get to a certain goal, I shave my goatee. And then we get to another certain goal, and then I'll dress up as Zani. It'll be Zane instead of Zani. Yeah, if I leave the mustache, for sure, bro. Gonna goon to you for real. Hey, appreciate that, bro. See, that's how you know we're real homies, bro. We gotta goon to each other. That's how it is. Wait, never got news about your dogs because of all the channel problems and being inactive? I'll chill now. Yeah, my dogs are... Well, one of my dogs ended up having to go live with my cousin, the one that I rescued, because he got very aggressive. I don't even know if y'all could see this. Hold on, let's see. Let's see if y'all could see that. So, like, right there. And right here. That. And, I don't know where the other scars are. But, yeah, long story short. My dog, he became very aggressive. He was a rescued pit bull, bro. And he would just attack out of nowhere, bro. Like, would be walking to the living room or to the kitchen to get food, would be walking and would hear like a little growl from behind. I turned around. This motherfucker literally launched at me and just stuck his teeth in my arm, bro. Literally, I had fat sticking out of my arm. I've never seen that shit. Like, literal, like, yellow fat sticking out of my arm, bro. So, I took him to, like, a rehab facility to train him and all of that. And then after that, I told my cousin if he wanted to take him to a farm, because he lives in a farm. So, my cousin took him to the farm, and he lives there, and he's happy, and he's turned more into a good boy. I guess he wasn't just a city type of dog. I don't know. And my son, he's over here sleeping. My soul, bro. That's my soulmate. My little dog, my pit bull, bro. And he's doing better. He has a little skin condition going on right now. And he's on medicine because he's old now. But he's good right now, thank God. Sometimes you need to show who is alpha. Yeah. And doing that shit with a pit bull, bro, that shit is hard. Unless you're willing to get down and beat it with a bat, and I don't do none of that, bro. That dog was crazy, bro. Like, it was a pit bull, strong as shit. And like I said, it would go from 0 to 100 in like half a second. It would be super calm and chill. You turn around for a few seconds, bam, he was biting you, bro. Yeah, it's easy to say, and I'm a tall dude. I'm 6'1", bro, pretty much. And I'm strong, bro. But when it comes to that dog, bro, when that motherfucker latched on here, I grabbed him with my other hand to try to, like, take him off my arm, and he turned around and bit me. I got some scars on this other arm from the same thing, bro. So it's like, it ain't just slapping it on the nose or nothing. Nah, like, if you gotta fight a pit bull that's trying to attack you, you gotta, like, fight, like, to try to kill type shit.
Make it fast.
And I'm not trying to do that.
Guests of the unkind.
Man taller than me by an inch. Clash, you're 6 foot.
My blade yearns.
So big millions, bro. You know what I want, bro? I want to get a snake again, bro. I used to have a giant snake, bro. I mean, I still have a giant snake, but I used to have a giant animal snake, and it passed away on me, bro. I love that. I wanted to, it was like 7, 8 foot, probably. At the time, it was huge, and my goal was to have it be big enough so where if I ever had enemies, I could just feed them to her or him, and it just didn't happen, bro. I was sad. Tall people, I'm a comfier kneecaps. Oh hell nah, bro. Way back in the day, one of my cousins, bro, we're at a family reunion, bro. I'm at a family reunion, and I had a cousin. He was short, bro. He was a short king, and this motherfucker tells me, "Yo, you want a box?" So I'm tall, he's short, and he was a football player, right? So he was like thick. He was big, and I'm like, "Alright, let's box," because you know that's just shit dudes do at family reunion. So we get the gloves on, blah 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 blah, ready to box. Bro, this motherfucker gets on tackle position in like half a second and tackles me, bro. Bro, all you see is my knee go, and my knee, bro, was sticking out like right here. It was just sticking out like that, bro. Not the bone out of the skin, but like whatever goes there, one of those things there was just popped out on the side, bro. And I'm just looking at my goddamn fucking knee all like, bro, what the fuck? Why would you tackle me? You said box, motherfucker. So yeah, I dislocated something in there, bro. So it just brought me back when you said I'm gonna go for your knee, bro. Never again did I box that dude. I'm like, bro, you on some bullshit. I don't know if you've never boxed or what, but what the hell was that? CJ trying to be Voldemort? True. I remember my fat cousin jumping on a trampoline in the garden and that net straight up ripped in half. Oh, hell nah. Poor dude. He got trauma from trampolines from that day on. I look like Carlotta next to my 6'4" friend. That's crazy, bro. This man said I look like Carlotta, bro. You could have said Ling Yang. After all, he's your favorite character. Now you gotta say Carlotta, bro. That's insane, Callow. Yeah, at least Carlotta looking spicy, bro. She looking good. But we really got to do the second part of that video after these. I'm going to kill this last thing, and then we're going to go to, we're going to go to do the reaction to the second part of that video. Because that's, I feel like it's going to be just more rage bait, but whatever. Content is content, I suppose. At least that's how it be in these gacha scenes, bro. I'm going to punch something if you... Hey, bro, don't do it. I have to watch it, bro. I feel like I got to get the whole context of the video. Maybe he'll say, I was just joking. It was a rage bait video. I didn't really mean some of those dumb takes I had. And I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. You know? Who's Ling Yang? Oh, bro, I hate Ling Yang, bro. I almost have max stooped Ling Yang. Can you imagine that? That's insane, bro. Where is this thing? I gotta kill this so I can do this reaction. Let's go. I'll be rolling on the floor next to you. Oh yeah, with the trampoline thing. If you want to ask who's Ling Yang, you ask for Cremoni in the Discord. Yeah, we have some Ling Yang lovers in my Discord for sure. Bro, it's crazy because I went from being like a dedicated Calcharo stan. Like I used to just... Bro, I had like 4 videos on Calcharo because I used to love Calcharo. And then I am now a Brant... I'm Brant's #1 fan, bro, which is actually insane. I play these games for the waifus, but somehow, bro, the husbandos, or if you don't want to call them husband, you can call them bromandos, have now completely taken over, man. It's okay, I'm doing it in a new place. Hey, well, I'm glad that he now gets love from someone else, but he still gets love because he deserves it, man. He's still the GOAT. Kalo, there's a game, if you, because I know you do a lot of videos on Calcharo. There's a game called Tower of Fantasy, bro. What the fuck is this little fog? In Tower of Fantasy, they had standard banner characters, and then they were still relevant in the story. They would still pop out every now and then. Not Calcharo, but long story short, after like about a year plus of the game being out, they brought them back to the story, and like they reawakened them or whatever it was. And they were like brand new characters, looked a little different, still like them, like their face and hair and all that, but like they had a different fit. And they were like completely meta. They were super strong. You know what I mean? So hey, if you ever do a video or something like that, you can take that and show it for inspiration. That's gonna happen to Calculator for real? Hey, hopefully. Would you still love Brant if you still had your Calcharo? If I still had my Calcharo by now, he'd be S6, R5, for sure. And I would probably still use him. But I'm gonna be honest, Brant is just the best character in Withering Waves. Brant was just built different, bro. That's the video that I actually have dropping soon. How Brant is the greatest character in Withering Waves. Matter of fact, let me drop that video while I'm live with y'all. Let me drop that video while I'm live with y'all. Use them both on the same team. True. You could use them both on the same team. Those are facts, bro. Let's see. Here we go. Bro, the title of the video is the best unit in Withering Waves, bro. And it's crazy because I know people are like, well, you have S6. Even though I specifically say in the video that I'm comparing him to other S6 R5 units. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, boys, listen, I'm about to show you why. Alright, guys, new video. Show some love and I'll kiss y'all in your neck. As long as you're over the age of at least 25. If not, you don't get no kisses. Let me post this here. And let me post this here. There. What happened to Tower of Fantasy? I dropped it a long time ago.
Let me see. Aha! Ha.
There we go. Boom, boom. Let me pin this. And let me drop it on Discord real quick. And then we'll react to Gumby's second video. There we go. Don't forget to watch it though.
Hey, little one.
Hugo, have a good night, man. Appreciate you.
There you go.
And hey, that thumbnail though, that thumbnail is cooking, bro. That thumbnail is fucking beautiful. Definitely one of my favorite looking thumbnails. Oh hell nah. Cremoni, Zeliel, and Cypher, and Rui, and John getting timed out, bro. Ain't no way. Timed them all out on the Discord. This motherfuckers post this. Bro, motherfuckers be spamming gifs. Let's see, let's see. Did they say anything? Okay, good, good, good. Thought they were about to spam some dumb shit, bro. Let's go here. We gotta watch this video, fam. I don't... Something else, I guess. Guys, get ready. We're gonna watch part 2. I need y'all active in this video, because this is interesting. Let's go here. Let's go here. All right. Arigato. All right, so it seems we have a part 2 to Arikato's video about Wuthering Waves endgame being trash, the combat being trash, and everything being trash, right? In this video, he's gonna tell us something, right? It says, watch this, let's talk about the previous video. So, y'all told me I should watch it because I watched the last one, and maybe there's more information here. Maybe he is gonna tell us he was rage baiting because there's no way those takes could be that horrible. Or maybe he'll go further into the rage bait. We'll see. Let's see what he has to say, though.
I want you to take whatever dramatized idea that you have of me in relation to insert whatever creator here, doesn't matter, and throw it out the window right now. After that, I want the rest of you to get the attention of any creator whom has even a passing interest in me to see this video. Saint Tontas, Ethan, Blazion, Voxel, Loki Gacha, Rezi, Captain Cabinets. It doesn't matter really.
Oh no, he on that Britney Spears shit, bro. He's like, yo, look at me! React to my video! Notice me, senpai!
If you think someone has an interest in me, send this to them.
Okay.
In less than 24 hours, my latest upload of me giving my opinions of Wuthering Waves endgame content has sped ran, becoming the most unpopular video I have ever uploaded on my channel.
I'm gonna tell you this right now, buddy boy. It's not because you were criticizing Wuthering Waves. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with Kurobots. It's just because your video is dog shit. It's just, you know, I'm just saying this because I don't want you to, as we, you know, progress into this video, to say, yo, the Kuro community is so toxic. The WuWa community is always negative, blah, blah, blah. No. Had this been a Genshin video, had this been a ZZZ video, if they had been presented the way you presented the WuWa video, you would have gotten dumped on, shitted on, and trash talked just as much. Probably more, because Hoyo people are on a whole nother level, but it's just the video was straight up dog water.
Surpassing my backpedaling of the Saint Tontas situation, which led me to privating several previous videos and disabling the comment section for that upload. I'm here today to lay it all out and then resume doing my thing. To start, let me contextualize the inciting incident that led me to creating and uploading that video in the first place. And to your disappointment, it is not the reason you are romanticizing in your head. Nearly 8 hours into an aimless live stream of Foxhole, immediately after reacting to my video about why I'm not ever pulling Hugo Vlad in Zenless Zone 0, he said this.
I honestly think this is just me. This is just me to someone like Arigato, right? I honestly I'm gonna say it like this. I think Arigato would be really good if he does branch out some more and not just do just ZZZ content. Like, I would like to see him, you know, tackle like Honkai Star Rail. I'd like to see him tackle other gacha games and put his opinions like he's got right here, the discussions, like, you know, expectations of being sweated in Zenless Zone 0. I would like to see those types of discussions in other gachas as well.
You think this is some dog whistler? Then get the fuck out of here. Ooh.
Because one thing that appealed to me about Arigato, like really hard, really the reason why I wanted to talk to him was when he did his Weather and Waves content, you know, and he was talking about the drama and such, and he was doing ZZZ at the same time, and he was both giving criticisms to ZZZ as well as to Weather and Waves, both praise to Weather and Waves and praise to ZZZ. It's like, it's completely non-biased. It's a person who is coming in, playing the game, understanding what's going on, and giving his thought pattern on it with that. It's completely genuine, you know. It's no.
I don't know what this reaction from Foxhole was, where he said it's a genuine opinion of someone understanding the game and all that. All I gotta say is the last video, the one that this is a continuation to, he did not understand the game. He was saying some things that are flat out just wrong, right? They're just weird, right? Saying that, you know, people barely are able to parry, it just makes no sense to me. A lot of the things that were being said make absolutely no sense to me. And it's just, it was rage bait, bro. The comparisons that flew out the window between like Hoyo and, bro, he literally brought up all three. He brought up Honkai Star Rail and said, I'm not going to talk about it, but he brought it up nonetheless. He brought up ZZZ and even said it was like so much better, blah, blah, especially towards the end. He brought up Genshin and said that Genshin had done things better. He brought up their you know, animation timers and all that stuff. So I don't know, bro, like,
bullshit filter. And that is something that I think that like Arigato should really focus on, as well as I still think that this man should at least on YouTube or on Twitch or something stream at least once or twice a week if he can get the opportunity to do it. I think that it would
not gonna happen with the kind of target on your back, bro. I'll always say this. I don't understand why when people say something, if you're genuinely, and I'm gonna give you this same advice, Arigato. I don't know you, but I'm gonna give you the same advice. If you're genuinely sure and secure of what you had to say on your videos and your opinions, why not stream? What do you mean, what target? Just because there are some people that disagree with you, you don't got to be afraid of that. Who cares if they come to talk shit? That's content. And if you're able to hold your own and explain what you mean and somehow make sense, why do people like backpedal out of certain situations? And it's not just this. Like recently there was a drama between CC and the community of Withering Waves, and this CC deleted one of the videos, which he then proceeds to reference. Why deleted? Why do people backpedal on what they say or are afraid to face the people that they're, you know, referencing on some of their videos or some of their takes, bro? If you said something, face the consequences. Talk to the people about it. Don't be afraid of some random people coming into your stream and talking shit. Talk shit to them, bro. There's been people that come to my streams to shit talk me and they end up saying, yo, this dude's kind of chill. This dude's kind of cool. I didn't know you were like that. I got into some beef, some basic beef a while back with Saint Tauntas, and then Captain Cabinets hopped into it. And then Captain Cabinets and I ended up talking, and she was like, oh, you're pretty chill. Cool. You're cool. I didn't know you were like that. Cool. That's it. It's over. Same thing with Ryuka Sensei. There was a little bit of a misunderstanding regarding a topic. He hit me up. We talked on stream. Everything was cool afterwards. Like, bro, just hold your own. When you say something, stick with it.
Really fucking go really well for him, and it would help him with even doing more discussions. It would help him more with bringing his audience.
Yeah,
I really think that. But that's just a theory from me, a gaming theory.
That is it. That is all there is to it. I saw Foxsoul give advice from one creator to another to go back into a direction of making non-ZZZ content. And while I was brainstorming topics at work the next day, I thought, well, I don't really like Wuthering Waves' endgame content. I guess I could make a video on that, and from there, you know the rest. Let's cut to the chase. It was an unpopular opinion projected as objective fact or as a common sentiment in the WuWa community, with several moments of blunt exaggeration for the sake of entertainment. That turned out to be overwhelmingly not the case and was heavily scorned because of it. I did not receive advice or get egged on to do so by any of the creators whom regularly make content against Saint Tontas. I was not paid or received compensation for doing so. I did not get bullied into doing anything. I did not do it as some result of a fucking meltdown following the Clue-K gacha skin controversy in Girls Frontline 2. I took genuine advice to branch my content outward and made a video that was structured and presented in a way that people didn't like, and people proceeded to not like it.
Let me just listen to that again before I say anything.
Made a video that was structured and presented in a way that people didn't like.
It's not the structure of or the topic of the video that people didn't like. It's the flat out stupid comparisons and reasonings behind some of the things that just seem brain dead. When you say that the combat system in Wuthering Waves is bad, and you talk about, you know, unoptimized rotations and how it feels bad to play other characters that are not your DPS, it makes it seem like you don't know what you're talking about. It makes it seem like you don't know what an optimized rotation is. When you have Verena on screen and you're saying that some of these characters' rotations are sluggish or take too much time, and we all know, even the casuals know, how fast Verena's rotations is, where you pretty much pop her on the screen, do her thing, and instantly pop out, it really makes people think, how much faster do you want the rotation with the character to be that's already on the field for barely any time at all? When you bring up comparisons of ultimate animations between Genshin Impact and Wuthering Waves, and for the most part, the majority of the main characters people rock have a 1 second difference between some of the characters in Genshin Impact, and you're also saying that these animations take so long and making it seem like they're just drawn out, and the difference is 1-2 seconds, it just seems like you're literally doing a video to shit talk the game for the hell of shit talking the game. Now, you said that somebody gave you advice to make, you know, more content and to branch out. And your first thought was, yup, I'm going to make a video complaining about the WuWa endgame, right? You yourself say you don't partake on the holograms, right? You yourself say that Tower is boring, right? You yourself say that Whimpering Waste is a wasted game mode that shouldn't have never left, you know, the cooking pot in the Kuro offices. So your opinion was already pretty much established from before someone even told you to do this. Why didn't you give us ideas as to how they can improve the game? And while that is not your job, it would have came out as more of a constructive criticism type of video, instead of a shit-talking video complaining for the hell of complaining and comparing it to other games, even calling something like, you know, Tower of Adversity a cheap ripoff of Genshin Impact's Tower, right? So it's not the context. It's not what you had to talk about. Is what you said was just plain off. It was wrong, and it was presented in a way that, you know, they got the reaction I'm pretty sure you wanted.
And people proceeded to not like it. Here's a list of factual things in regards to what is actually true about my situation in the Gacha CC space that isn't made up by a handful of commenters. I initially supported Saint Tontas.
Is this a video about his beef with Saint Tontas or something? Like, you said Saint Tontas like 3 or 4 times.
I have no ill will towards any other WuWa content creator.
I do. This is where I put the Kendrick Lamar. I love y'all, but fuck, and I start naming off CCs. No, I'm playing. I don't have no beef with nobody at all, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Even if at some point I end up having beef with someone where we, not beef, but where we're making videos shit talking each other, I don't care enough to that point. Now, if it comes to the point of where some of these CCs be having beef, where they it kind of feels like they trying to end each other's career, then at that point we have beef. But other than that, if you did a shit take regarding something I like, or you did a shit take in general and I shit talk you back, I don't have no beef with you, bro. It is what it is. Like, I'll always be down to get in a VC, chat it up. It is what it is.
I have zero interest in Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail content creators until further notice. I have made it frequently known that I prefer Zenless Zone Zero over Wuthering Waves. I have not made it known that my actual interest in Wuthering Waves is incredibly low to no interest at all.
I have not made it known that my actual interest in Wuthering Waves is incredibly low to no interest at all. So you made a video giving your opinion about the end game of a game you have no interest at all, with no constructive criticism on it, just bashing it and bashing it, where half of your takes come from being far beyond a tourist, someone that barely plays the game, barely actually does endgame content, and hey, you could pop out and be like, well, actually, I have all the characters, I've cleared my tower, and WuWa with 30 stars every time. But if you have no interest in the game whatsoever, none of that matters, bro. If you're not sitting down and actually learning your character's mechanics, your teams, learning the bosses, and all of that stuff, like you said, you have no interest. So why are you even making a video about the endgame content? Which is pretty much the last bit of content where people that are completely invested into the game are going to be dealing with, that end game content. If you have no interest in just WuWa at all, why don't you make a video of how to get people to be interested in the game, or what it is that maybe could get your particular attention, how to improve the game rather than why the game sucks in this particular aspect, you know?
I agree with a lot of opinions and takes Saint Tone Toss has, while at the
I swear to God, this is a straight up look at me, daddy, to Saint Tontas, bro. That's what this video is all about, bro. He said Saint Tontas so many times. This is literally directed at Saint Tontas. And what's up with all this fucking text, bro? Talk! Talk!
same time disagree with almost an equal amount of his opinions, as well as his approach to voicing said opinions. Saint Tone Toss likes Wuthering.
I feel like I have no business reacting to this video. This is a straight up Saint Tontas type of video, bro. He's like, look at me. This is a Saint Tontas video, bro. He wants Saint Tontas to react to this video. Not me, bro. I ain't shit. He wants a lot of other people, but he's aiming for the head of the WuWa snake, bro. Saint Tontas right here.
And dislikes Zenless Zone Zero, which makes it harder for me to enjoy his content because my opinions are the direct opposite. I do not have a big enough following to easily shake off Saint Tone Toss haters whom openly despise him when I openly support him.
I do not have a big enough following to easily shake off Saint Tontas haters. I probably have a smaller following than this dude. I didn't even check how much views and stuff his channel gets, but I don't care about haters. Like, if I drop my video with my opinion, I could have 300,000 people talking shit in my comments. If it's my opinion, if it's well structured, and I think everything I said was right, or I believe what I said, and, you know, it turns out to be true, I don't care how many people come and shit talk me. I don't care how many fanboys, fangirls want to come and say shit to me. It is what it is. I'ma still be me. I'ma still stream. I'll still say what I gotta say. I have no problem with that, bro.
Nutshell is why trickle-down economics.
1. Support controversial creators. 2. Get fucked by aggroing their haters and rivals. 3. 4. No profit. Build your audience organically, guys. You have been warned. Take the fast lane at your own risk. Just be you. What does it, if you support a controversial creator because you like the creator, who cares if you aggro their haters? Who cares if you aggro their rivals? Just be you. Don't pretend to be nobody else. It's that simple. It's like that in life. Just be yourself. You don't have to go and support a controversial creator for some clout. Don't do it to get some earnings, bro. right? Like, I often drop videos and I react to St. Tontus and I agree or disagree with his takes. I've had my fair share of videos where I've criticized some things he says. Some people have been, you know, with me, some people have been against me, and I don't care. Either one. If you support me because I disagree with St. Tontus, you're weird. And if you dislike me because I agreed with him, you're also weird. At the end of the day, just make your own opinions. And that's it. Simple as
It's a
that.
load of shit.
A lot of St. Tontas's rivals reside in the Zenless Zone Zero space.
When we talking about rivals, bro. Rivals. Like y'all actually think that this dude, like St. Tontas, just streams, gets off, and he got rivals? You think that these rivals that this dude is mentioning turn off their stream and they're like, fuck St. Tontus, what is he doing today? I hate that guy. Ooh, that's my rival, dude. Like, what? Bro, all of us, like, normal CCs, bro, we could shit talk. Like, bro, I could shit talk you right now, and the moment I click off on my stream, it's done. I don't know who you are. I don't know shit. I don't care for the drama. I don't care for the opinions of the people that support or attack me regarding certain dramas. It is what it is. Like, it's off. It's work, right? The moment I'm off the stream, the moment I'm off recording these videos, that's it. What do you mean rivals, bro? Ain't nobody out here competing for the same shit, especially if they're in Zenless Zone and the other dude is in WuWa. They ain't competing for the same bread. They on their own lane, bro. Shit talking and all that is just part of the game, but they ain't rivals like that, bro. Come on now, it ain't
which
that
makes
deep.
it harder for me to branch out in the ZZZ community if I have a negative relationship with them. None of Saint's rivals.
This man says build your viewers organically, but then he also says a lot of St. Tonta's rivals reside in the Zenless Zone Zero space, which makes it harder for me to branch out in the ZZZ community if I have a negative relationship with them. Just do your thing naturally. Drop your own content, do your own things, and build it naturally. The people that fucks with you will be the people that fucks with you naturally, without having to force relationships or shy away from them. Just build them naturally by being who you are.
None of Saint's rivals have any personal issues with me besides my support of Saint Tontas and are willing to get along with me just fine.
Yeah.
Saint Tontas can only rationalize my burying of the hatchet with his rivals if I am either a double agent or I'm completely stupid.
Bro, it reminds me of that random girl beef that if you're like friends with the person they don't like, then you're not their friend. It's like, bro, I've had like friend groups where one of the people falls out with the like one member of the friend group, and then they're still cool with others. Nobody, like, what kind of child you gotta be to walk up to them and be like, well, if you're friends with them, you can't be my friend. Now, I understand if that person did some like crazy shit, like they robbed you, or they like physically attacked you, or like they stole your girl, or, you know, some shit like that, or they have some weird, you know, crimes or some shit like that, then you'd be like, yeah, I'm not associating with them either. But if it's like a personal fall off between two friends, why do I have to stop being friends with the other dude that's also my friend? Like, as long as it's nothing crazy. And I feel like a lot of these inner circles in the gacha community are like that. Like, you have beef with one person, and then everybody else sucks up to the bigger creator, and now they all attack the same creator that the big one is having beef with. It happens a lot. I do agree with that. Not with this on the screen, but with what I just said.
Saint's rivals can only rationalize my decisions made in support of Saint Tontas either if I'm misled or I am a dick rider. I agree with Saint's rivals.
Bro, if I was to take a shot for every time he says Saint, I would be pissed drunk right now. That is crazy. For real, I tell anyone in my audience who doesn't like Saint that I'm fine with him. Just don't shit talk, and that's all to it. That's what bro, Callo, I do the same thing. I have videos where I've gone against like Saint Tontas or other creators, and I still say I have no problem with them. Dog, in the video that I dropped that initially started my drama with Saint Tontas, at the end of the video, I literally say I have no problems with him. Much love to him. Shout out to St. Tontas. Somehow we still got into beef, I guess. But I have no problems with none of these CCs, bro. And I tell my people, like, bro, I hate people that come to my streams that hate another CC to shit talk them in my stream. Like, bro, grow the fuck up. Don't come to my stream to type, fuck St. Tontas. You're weird if you do that, bro. Like, nobody wants to see that, right? There's no place in my chat, at least, for people to come and shit talk other CCs and start drama. Like, if you personally don't like a certain CC, go tell your mom, bro. Go talk to your dog about it or something. But you don't gotta be up in other CC's, you know, space creating beef because you don't like somebody, bro. Don't project your beef and your dislike of other people onto everybody that you watch. That's just weird, bro.
In regards to several grievances they have with him.
Is this video about the previous WuWa vid or Saint Haters? I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know how the fuck this video relates to the last video. Let's talk about the previous video. Motherfucker ain't said shit about the previous video. I thought he was gonna talk about WuWa endgame and fucking quick swapping and shit. We talking about his passionate, sweaty, throbbing love for Saint Tontus, and that's it. Like, I don't even know what's going on at this point with this video, bro.
But I do not want to actively pursue Saint to the same extent and intensity that they frequently choose to do so. I have never been bullied by any creator to do anything. Not Saint, not Ethan, not Saint's rivals,
Bro.
not a single CC. The only time I was ever pressured by anyone was a handful of random commenters and former subscribers on my original apology video that covered several topics, and Saint only had a hand negatively in one of them. Yet many people thought I was bullied into backpedaling all of them. I do not have regular communications with Saint Tontus.
We need a Saint Tontus counter on screen, chat. Like, how many times did this man said Saint Tontus? That's crazy.
We had one Discord DM conversation that I'm not going to leak, but all that happened was we were having a preliminary discussion about my now private WuWa community video before he reacted to it the next day. Just some bullshit conversation about Caesar and miasma shields, nothing more to it. I do not have any control over when Saint Tontus decides to upload specific reacts of my video. So if anyone's asking why the toxic positivity video got uploaded 3 weeks later, just know that he reacted to it roughly the day after it came out. If you want more information, talk to his fucking editor. I have had far more private communications, in voice, mind you, with Saint Tontus's rivals than Saint Tontus himself.
Bro, what is this? What weird, like, what is this video? I don't even know what the fuck I'm watching, bro. Like, I'm on God. I don't even understand what the fuck is happening with this video. It's like a love letter to Saint Tontus explaining why he messes with him, but also doesn't mess with him, why he can't mess with him, but also can't mess with him, and overall why he wants Saint Tontus to straight up blow a fat load on his forehead. Like, that's all I understand from his video. I'm so confused about what the hell's the topic or the purpose of this video.
I donate money to whoever the fuck I want for whatever reason I want, because I am very financially secure and
why is he talking and also giving us fucking subtitles to everything he's saying? Like, what?
Stand to benefit from supporting any larger creator. And frankly, there shouldn't be anything wrong with that, as many of us are looking to advance our YouTube careers however we can. I believe.
Wait, what he said down here? I've paid both Ethan and Blazion to stand up in their underwear on cam. You've paid both Ethan and Blazion to stand up in their underwear on camera.
Many of us are looking to advance our YouTube careers however we can. I believe Saint Tontus and I are both comfortable with.
But why? Like, you couldn't just be like, hey, bro, tell me a joke or something. Like, what the fuck?
One another to banter and trade meaningless insults without burning the bridge. I think I initially slowed down my drama content following several of my core audience members voicing their disappointment in my latest uploads in the comments section of my YOOOO misinformation video. Don't worry, I'm sure if I missed anything, the third-rate tabloid hacks that prowl my videos will be sure to weave a tale as hollow and full of bullshit and deliver it to whomever they need to rally a hate crowd against me. I took up gacha game content creation as a hobby, as I used to frequently find myself sitting at my desk and twiddling my thumbs for hours on end during dry spells in retail game releases and gacha patch cycles. Video making as a hobby is an incredibly layered, nuanced, and fascinating experience that you truly can't get anywhere else that really lets me spread my wings.
There's gotta be rage bait. I'm sure we're missing a lot of context. This is one of those videos I'd have switched off in 5 seconds. Yeah. I don't need, bro, legit, I don't even know what the hell's going on with this video, bro. Like, how does this relate at all to the previous video? I get the part here that he kind of tried to explain about Foxhole telling him that he should branch out, I guess, and do more content. And then that was in the first minute, and then he's gone on for about 9 to 10 minutes talking about Saint Tontus. Like, that's weird, bro.
And put my thoughts and opinions in a format that everyone can see and talk about. It's fucking awesome, and it will continue to be fucking awesome so long as I continue to make videos for my channel, which I intend to do. I will have absolute dog shit takes because I have absolute dog shit takes. Not
okay. Understandable. I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it, though.
Because I'm trying to push a narrative. But you know what? I'm going to keep going. Because none of this ends unless I put down the microphone. And if you, yes, you specifically, continue to watch me after something as poorly received as my WuWa endgame video, it means you're dedicated enough to see what I have to say beyond the most batshit takes. I will continue to maintain an open door policy to St. Tontas. I will also continue to maintain an open door policy to St. Tontas' associates. I will continue to maintain an open door to St. Tontas' rivals as...
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie. This shit sounds so funny, bro. Watch.
Tontas. I will also... Takes. I will continue to maintain an open door policy to St. Tontas.
He just said, Daddy Saint, please notice me.
I will also continue to maintain an open door policy to St. Tontas' associates.
St. Tontus' friend group, please, let me join you guys.
I will continue to maintain an open door to St. Tontas' rivals as long as they have no personal resentment towards me.
St. Tontus, I don't mind your rivals as long as they don't bully me.
And if you think that comes off as confusing, nonsensical, inexplainable, well... Welcome to my channel. My name is Arikado Zodan, and I'm along for the ride just as much as you are. So get in here, love me, and hate me as the enigmatic contradiction of a gacha content creator that I am. For I am no saint, but simply some dipshit with a microphone and a will to speak in it.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Is this real, bro? Is there actual people? Yo, God, you actually pointed it out. There's been two videos that I've reacted to from two different creators that I've said, out of all the reactions I've done, that I've said, this motherfucker weird. Like, what is going on with this freaking person? There is no way that you portray yourself like that. Like, there is no way this is real life. There's been two creators. The first one is Toho Sniper. That dude's video was weird, bro. I don't remember what it was about, but it was freaking weird. This video, bro, all I gotta say is, motherfucker, you weird. Appreciate y'all for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn on bell notifications for more content. I guess keep sending me videos to react to, but what the hell was this? Peace. Fucking weird, bro. How does this video relate to the Marvel Rivals matchmaking system? I don't know what the fuck was going on with this video, bro. On God, I don't know what the hell was going on with that video, bro. How did it get worse than the last one, bro? How did that video get worse than the last one? Legit, I don't even understand, bro. That's just crazy, bro. That's just crazy to me. This dude's the ball tohu, bro. For real, bro. Holy shit, bro. That shit was crazy, bro. All of this content have references to St. Tontus. Bro, like, it was actually crazy. I'm not gonna lie, at least I'm confused and not turning green. Yeah, bro, that first video, like, I'm not even gonna lie, chat. That first video actually had me, like... That first video, we'll upload that video tonight. That first video, I was actually getting irritated, bro. Like, I was actually getting pissed with it. I was like, there's no way there's takes like this are real, bro. Like, there's just... What's happening, bro? I wish I had this much confidence to record myself. Hey, bro, you just do it, bro.
First to the treasure.
You just gotta do it. Don't be afraid of nobody in the internet. Like, my advice to people, if you don't like your voice, if you don't like the way you look, just understand that's how you're gonna look the rest of your life, and that's how you're gonna sound the rest of your life. Unless you get a lot of money and get plastic surgery, then, you know, you might end up looking like Kylie Jenner or some shit. Summary of the video, St. Tontus, daddy, chill. That was the video, pretty much. Bro, legit, what that video pretty much spoke to me was, like, passive-aggressive, like, hey, I'm cool with St. Tontus, but I'm also cool with his friends, but hey, just in case St. Tontus ends up not liking me, I'm also cool with the people that don't like St. Tontus, but somebody liked me, I'm cool with you guys. Like, there are ways to say that without sounding so desperate, bro. What the hell is even that? That always reminds me of it, bro. Yesterday, I'm on the Discord and I shit talk Nines. I'm like, bro, what the hell is even that? And he replies, daddy, chill. Reminds me of the fucking meme, bro. The only person I'm afraid of on the internet is me. Rude. Way back in the day, when I was like fresh out of college, I wanted to open a YouTube channel that was going to be a podcast. But I was legit worried about... Like, obviously, it wouldn't be live. I would record the episodes with some of my boys. But I was worried as to, like, what we would say and, like, what you can't say. Because I didn't know much about YouTube rules. Like, I don't know if we could talk about some of the, like, crazy things when we had the popos after us and, like, hidden licks and shit like that, or crazy parties that we had been to with certain substances and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was a lot of crazy shit that I was doing back in my youngin' days, so I didn't know what I could say on YouTube. That's why I never did that, bro. I'm a grown man now, but as a teenager and, you know, kid, I was pretty wild. Honestly, my daughter is so shy. She started streaming that first, and first, she didn't show her face, nor tell anyone, but she soon gained confidence. That's good. One thing that it, like, I personally think that, first off, is really dope that you let your daughter stream. Always teach her, right, as she goes along. No matter if she's perfect at everything she does, there's always going to be people that just want to be mean on the internet. Teach her not to pay attention to any of that. All those negative comments that she might or might not get, just brush them off. And I think it's a good way to build character, and also a great way to learn to speak, right? A lot of people are very shy. They might not have social skills, but they start, you know, streaming and socializing with other people, and it makes it easier for them to, like, talk to other people, right? To, you know, I remember when I started making content just for fun, I was still I'm very good at speaking, but when it comes to speaking in front of the class for college or, you know, high school, I was always very shy. And then I started making content for YouTube, and it allowed me to become better at that, right? What the fuck? What just happened? I don't know what happened. Bro, me in 12th grade, my friend and I, we're going to start a BL Drama Center channel. Hey, bro. Anything flows. Anything flows.
Brad salutes you.
Why I know St. Tontus is going to react to that video, bro. Because that video crazy. Alright, we've been live for pretty much 3 hours. So I'm probably going to hop off.
my beloved horizon.
get some cleaning done around the house, and edit some of these other videos, bro, because I got a bunch of videos I gotta edit. When I started, I always had a mini panic attack before until I was live and had a few talking. I chilled out. I get you. Yeah, like when I turned my camera on way back in the day for the first time, not so much during the horror streams, even though those were also something else, but when I hopped onto the gacha scene and I finally turned my camera on, I would always get nervous right before the camera went on. I've always joked about looking like a thumb, but it was always just one of those things that it would be nerve-wracking before I clicked go live and saw people actually in the chat. But yeah, man, I think that's going to be it for today. We did a little bit of everything, some reactions. We yapped a little bit. I haven't done fantasies, but I'll do fantasies. Our astrites are looking beautiful for Augusta, so I'm excited for that. Can't wait until she drops. Only 1 week left, ladies and gentlemen. For now, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in, chatting it up, and, you know, entertaining these videos while I record. It really makes it that much better when you guys are in there typing while I'm reacting to these videos.
There you go.
For now, guys, I'll be back live tomorrow, maybe around the same time, depends on my schedule, maybe at night, just not too late. For now, I'll see you all later. Peace.
Look like you don't care, walking the dust off. Is that what you do? Is that all you're made of? Whatever ain't right, prove it on yourself. Revisit your act, return to parallel. Living on a timeline.